Hello, your channel Eugene Light Novels greets you. I hope you are enjoying these beautiful novels. Now, let's continue with the novel, Survival in the Dormitory. I was pulled into the management group. First part. Chapter 1, Dormitory Survival Game. How did I get here? The young man Chen Bei frowned and looked around. A small room with only 4 walls. He was sitting on a single bed, next to a bedside table and a window with iron bars. It was foggy and chaotic outside the window, with some vague light. The wooden door was closed, the room was very quiet, and you could hear a pin drop. Chen Bei was clearly on duty at the funeral parlor before, but he arrived here very suddenly as soon as he opened his eyes. Could it be a supernatural phenomenon? As if to confirm his words. Welcome to the dormitory survival game. Here, you will face the challenge of life and death. Once you die, it is death in the true sense. Each player will be bound to a dormitory. This is your residence and your refuge. This round of games lasts for 4 days and is called Fright Night. When the time is over, as long as you are still alive, you will enter the next round of the game together with the dormitory. The game settings are different for each round. This round of the game has a day and night alternating setting. It is relatively safe during the day and encourages everyone to go out and explore to improve their strength. At night, the danger level of the game will rise sharply, and it will be safer to hide in the dormitory. Capturing the changes in day and night is the key to passing this round of Horror Night game. Please actively explore for more content and discover it on your own. In the fast-paced era, there is no room for long novice tutorials. Wish you all a happy game. A translucent panel appeared in front of Chen Bei's eyes. It exudes a sense of technology. Chen Bei's eyes widened. No? Are you serious? Chen Bei was surprised and continued to study. Click the times on this initial interface. Several new interfaces popped up after that. Data, dorm, chat, friends, map, miscellaneous. First, click on the data function, and Chen Bei's personal information pops up. Chen Bei. Level 1. Status, healthy. Spirit, 11. Strength, 9. Agility, 9. Constitution, 9. Sanity, 100 out of 100. Strength, 100 out of 100. Life, 100 out of 100. Fullness, 65 out of 100. Equipment, none. Skills, none. Note, 4 items: spirit, strength, agility, and physical fitness. Taking a healthy adult man as an example, the standard value is 10. I usually exercise, but several values cannot reach the standard line. It seems that the standard is quite harsh. Chen Bei cursed. Then he opened the dormitory column. House number 815. Level 1. Area 10 square meters. Door durability 30 of 30. Wall durability 100 out of 100. Facilities: door, single bed, bedside table, protective window, ceiling lamp. No wonder it's called a dormitory survival game. The dormitory itself also has data. You can even upgrade your dormitory. I just don't know what the upgraded dormitory will look like. Get bigger? Get stronger? Chen Bei then clicked on several other functions and checked them one by one. The friend column is empty. With the map function, only this dormitory can be seen for the time being, and no other areas can be seen. There are some small functions in the miscellaneous functions, such as time, illustrated information, photography, and so on. In the illustration categories, you can see all kinds of things that players have seen and dealt with. Chen Bei has just arrived, so it is naturally empty. Open a chat channel. There is public channel number 77 inside. Click in and you will be prompted to set a virtual name. It's really just like a game. Chen Bei thought for a while and entered the name he used to play games before. 0 degrees. Entering the public channel, there were some people talking, and it seemed that they were all people in the same situation as him. What exactly is going on? Who am I, where am I, and who are you? Who changed my clothes? You must be responsible. Both me and the child in my belly belong to you. People are afraid. One punch and one moaning monster will make me crawl. Huh, you are killing pigs, right? Don't think I don't understand. Except for me, you are all liars. Keep acting. I opened the door and tried it. The door was open and the corridor was outside. Now that I can go out, why not just go home? Chen Bei flipped through it and found that everyone's situation was similar. He stood up, walked to the door, turned the handle and pushed it gently. The door is indeed open. Push the door open and look outside. Outside is a long corridor, illuminated by weak lights and very dim. Diagonally across the corridor, another door opened, revealing the face of a long-haired woman, quite pretty. The two happened to look at each other. The other party panicked, hurriedly retracted, and closed the door heavily. After a brief observation, Chen Bei also closed the door and retreated to the room. He also wanted to see the chat in the group again. Suddenly a new prompt box appeared. You have been pulled into the Novice Game Management Group number 77 and obtained the status of Intern Administrator, codenamed Cherry Tomato. A new chat interface has appeared. The dialogue is on the left and the name is on the right. The one at the top is the group leader, Level 1 Administrator, codenamed Durian. Then there are Level 2 administrators, 5 of them. There are 10 Level 3 administrators. The last ones are intern administrators, there are as many as 20 people. Chen Bei is one of them. The code names of everyone in the group are various fruits. There are all kinds of pineapples, bananas, and dragon fruits. It is simply a hodgepodge of fruits. Chen Bei's identity level is too low, and the chat box is locked, which means he has no right to speak and can only peek at the screen. The administrators inside were discussing. These players are really slow and haven't taken action yet. It's normal for newbies. There is not much time left for them. In 1 hour of real time, night will fall. If you don't collect resources and improve yourself now, you will have to try your luck when it gets dark. I can't wait to activate the zombies now. Don't worry, take your time, our goal is to create an interesting game, not just killing. Those interns in the group, remember this purpose and always remember it. It was a lively chat. Everyone in Chen Bei was dumbfounded. What is going on? He not only entered the game as a player, but also entered the management group as an administrator. Got important information from the group. In an hour it will be dark. There are zombies in this game. At night, zombies will attack. This intel outlines the game. The management group also mentioned that now we should seize the time to improve our strength and increase our chances of survival. Chen Bei closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and digested the information. What we are encountering now must be a supernatural event. It's not possible to think about it with conventional thinking. Anyway, my past life was just a pool of stagnant water, and I was already tired of it. What we are facing now is a new beginning. It's better to take this opportunity and live again. It was as if a bundle of dry firewood had been ignited and burst into flames. Let's fight. Just follow what the management group says, go out early to collect resources and improve your strength. Chen Bei opened his eyes, no longer confused, and walked towards the door. There is a key inserted in the door lock, which is an easily overlooked detail. Chen Bei pulled out the key, opened the door and went out. After closing the door, he locked the door with the key. This dormitory must be very important. Even though it is empty, it still needs to be protected. The corridor was dimly lit, with the corridor lamp above emitting a dim light that would occasionally go out. Each dormitory has a number, and Chen Bei's location is 815. This number may represent room number 15 on the 8th floor. Chen Bei looked around and saw that the corridor was empty. He was the first person to come out to explore. The management group mentioned the keyword, collecting resources. It seems that I can only search here and there. Chen Bei walked towards the opposite door, which had 840 written on it. Judging from the numbers, there are many rooms on each floor. Boom, boom, boom. Chen Bei knocked on the door tentatively, and the knock on the door broke the silence in the corridor. Chapter 2: The Unsociable Guy. After a few seconds, there was no response. Chen Bei took courage and turned the door lock. The door opened directly and made a creaking sound. Open the door and look inside. At first glance, there was no one in the room. The configuration inside is similar to Chen Bei's room. There was only one bed and one bedside table, and it was foggy outside the window. It seems that not every dormitory has players, there are empty dormitories. Chen Bei walked in and opened the drawer of the bedside table. Since we are here to collect resources, of course we should check it carefully. I really found something. Inside the drawer, there is a roll of tape and a parts box. Can these things be useful? Chen Bei was a little suspicious, so he picked up the things inside and looked at them, then put them back on the table. Someone in the management group noticed Chen Bei's behavior. This player named 0 Degree found an important upgrade resource and actually put it back. Our game does not have a detailed novice tutorial, and all players are confused at the beginning. These are the key materials used to upgrade the dormitory. Especially the door of the dormitory is the first line of defense against zombies. Chen Bei peeked at the screen and saw the chat content. It turns out these resources are so important. It can also be used to upgrade your dormitory. Chen Bei immediately took the tape and parts box back into his hand and put them in his pocket. Keep exploring. Chen Bei walked out of the dormitory and came to the door of the next room. Boom, boom, boom. Chen Bei still knocked on the door first. If there was someone inside, he couldn't go in rashly. There was no movement inside, and it seemed that the room was empty again. Chen Bei opened the door and went in. In the corner of the room were a broom, a trash can, and a standard bedside table. Isn't it possible that even a broom is useful? Can it be used to fight zombies? Chen Bei murmured in his heart. He walked over and opened the drawer of the bedside table. It's the tape and the parts box again. The parts box is heavy, filled with screws, gears, springs and other items. Chen Bei put away his things and turned to leave, but turned back. There is no room for it in my pocket, so the trash can is just the right place to hold it. He put the resources he had just collected into the trash can. As for the broom, he had an idea and thought of a way to use it. Place the broom diagonally on the bed and the ground to form an angle, then lift your legs and step hard on the upper position. Click. The wooden broom handle was trampled into 2 sections, and the broken part was very sharp. It can barely be considered a weapon. This is what primitive people used to fight. Chen Bei held it in his hand, feeling a little more secure. Obtain inferior weapon, homemade wooden thorn, attack power 2. A prompt pops up. It's actually considered a weapon. It's called a wooden thorn. Why not call it an anime thorn? Chen Bei cursed. Now he is holding a wooden thorn in his left hand and a trash can in his right hand. Because he is left-handed, he holds the weapon with his left hand. Chen Bei walked out. Someone else appeared in the corridor, a man coming out of another room. The man was tall and muscular, with a sinewy face and muscular body. He looked hard to mess with. Chen Bei was busy collecting supplies. He just glanced at the muscular man and left in a hurry. The muscular man was confused. One after another, some people boldly walked out of the room, everyone wearing uniforms. It has a blue background and white stripes, and looks like a prison uniform. Several people gathered together to communicate in person. After talking to each other, I found out that everyone was arrested in a daze. Someone is walking on the street 1 second and here the next. When there are more people, the courage becomes greater. The numbers on the doors all start with 8. We are probably on the 8th floor. Let's just go down. Yes, there are so many people, why are they stupidly staying here? Get out first, and then think of a way to call the police. What's going on with that guy? It's so weird. He's carrying a trash can from room to room. Several people were discussing here and noticed Chen Bei's abnormal behavior. Chen Bei was the only one looking for things everywhere, busy with his own business, and completely unsocial. The two sides formed a sharp contrast. I just saw him busy there. He knocked on the door from room to room, and even knocked on my room, which shocked me. I guess I want to take something home before I leave. He looks weird, like a psycho. Ignore him. There are already 5 of them, which is enough. The group began to look for a way down. Before leaving, someone shouted to Chunbei. Hey, kid, we are going downstairs together to find the exit. Will you come with us or not? Not going. Chunbei refused simply. The reason is simple. With the strength of this game, it is impossible to leave such a big loophole. Play areas are necessarily closed. Can you go home just by going downstairs and opening the door? How is that possible? This attitude of rejection further aroused people's disgust. If you don't pull it down, your kindness will be regarded as a donkey's liver and lungs. You can just pick up garbage here alone. Go away, and ignore this lunatic. I just told you not to take him with you. We have enough people, so we don't need him. We might meet other people on the road. The 5 people hit the road. They found the elevator, but it was broken and the button didn't work. So you can only take the stairs. For these people, there are relevant chat contents in the management group. Someone starts coming downstairs. Their reaction when they saw the body on the stairs must have been wonderful. It's a dead end if you go down. You can't get out at all. Chunbei glanced at the management group, and then continued to work on his own. In comparison, the information value of the management group is higher, so Chunbei pays more attention to the dynamics of the management group and rarely looks at what the player group says. Chunbei searched everywhere and quickly filled the trash can, so he took it back to his room and fell on the bed in the room. Zero has started taking action early, and I am very optimistic about him. The game needs some players with excellent performance, so that wonderful effects can be presented. He uses the trash can to load things back and forth, which is too inefficient. It will be much more convenient when he finds the dimensional backpack in room 827. Dimensional backpack? Chunbei's eyes lit up when he saw the chat content. I don't know if it's the kind of dimensional backpack he understands. If so, that would be awesome. Chunbei couldn't just go and get the dimensional backpack. It would be too obvious and might be noticed by the administrator. Once it is discovered that a player has infiltrated the management group, the consequences will be disastrous. This is Chunbei's biggest reliance and must not be lost. So he has to act. First, he pretended to be normal, went to look for other rooms, and approached room 827 as a matter of course. When he arrived, he opened the door calmly. When he looked inside, he was startled. On the floor of the room, there were 2 bloody corpses lying on it. Chapter 3 Dimensional Backpack, Unexpected Gain. The management team never mentioned that there were corpses here, so Chunbei was shocked. His personal sanity attribute column dropped by 2 points, down to 98. It seems that some terrible things will cause harm to the sanity. If the sanity attribute drops too much, I'm not sure what the consequences will be. Chunbei quickly calmed down. Because he works in a funeral parlor and deals with corpses all day long, he is very accepting of corpses and is not that afraid. He even carefully observed the 2 corpses like a forensic doctor. The bodies were a man and a woman. The man's body was incomplete, his neck had been bitten off, there were many scratches on his body, and a lot of flesh was gone, revealing shocking wounds. Especially the stomach was scratched, the intestines were pierced and rotten, and the smell was pungent. The female corpse was lying in a pool of blood, her clothes and skirt were torn, and she had no shoes on her feet. It's hard to imagine what these 2 bodies went through before they died. Looking further ahead, there is a black backpack lying quietly on the ground, which looks quite ordinary. Is this a dimensional backpack? Chunbei pretended to be calm, stepped over the corpse in front of him, and picked up the backpack. This move attracted the attention of the management group. What did this Zero do before? His reaction to seeing the corpse was too calm. I checked the information and found that he used to work in a funeral home. No wonder. If you are used to life and death, you will have a greater advantage playing this game. Yeah, I hate the newcomers who make a fuss when they see corpses. Chen Bei picked up his backpack and a prompt popped up. Discovered a level 1 dimensional backpack with a capacity of 25 units. It can only store objects and cannot store living things. It's really a dimensional backpack. Chen Bei was a little excited and immediately opened his backpack and looked inside. After opening, a new page pops up. There are 25 spaces arranged vertically and horizontally. Chen Bei took out the tape from his pocket and stuffed it into his backpack. The tape disappeared instantly. In the first space on the interface, the tape icon appeared. Take out the tape again and the grid will be freed up. Just like the backpack in the game. Good stuff. With it, it will be more convenient for me to collect resources. At this time, Chen Bei felt the pleasure of getting a magical outfit in the novice stage when playing games. Although he doesn't know much about this dormitory survival game, he is certain that this is definitely one of the best equipment at this stage. Chen Bei put the backpack on his body and pointed the backpack towards his front, so that it would be more convenient to store and retrieve things. He thought there might be something else in this room. He looked around and found that the layout of this room was much larger than that of an ordinary dormitory. There is a long table next to it, with a variety of tools on it, even a welding gun. This is a big discovery. Chen Bei walked over excitedly, intending to take away everything on it. Touching the table, a prompt popped up. Discover the primary workbench, which can be used to make various items and equipment. Workbench? Chen Bei moved the tools on the table and found that he couldn't take them away. The tools and the table seemed to be one. To use the workbench, please invest in crafting materials. A new prompt appears. As for the materials, Chen Bei had them with him. He tried to put a roll of tape and a parts box on top. There is a lack of drawings and recipes. This is a blind production. Do you want to start? Yes. As soon as Chen Bei had an idea, his hands started to get busy, moving quickly on the table. It's really a hand speed that can only be obtained after being single for 20 years. Swish, swish and toss. Black smoke burst from the table. Production failed, the material has been scrapped. Chen Bei was speechless. 2 materials were wasted. I just mentioned the blueprints. It seems that only with the blueprints can we make something, otherwise it will be a blind cat hitting a mouse. Chen Bei no longer messes around. Instead, he tried to take away the entire workbench. This behavior turned out to be successful. An entire workbench was stuffed into the dimensional backpack, occupying 5 slots. Chen Bei just tried it casually, but he didn't expect it to be successful. The dimensional backpack is so awesome, it's like Doraemon's pocket. The workbench is placed here for public use. Stuff it into your backpack, and it's Chen Bei's personal one. The management group has mentioned that it will get dark in an hour. The problem is that there is no timing tool now, so we don't know how long the time has passed. We can only estimate it by feeling. It should be between 15 and 20 minutes from the beginning to now. I don't have much time left. Chen Bei was thinking about it, feeling anxious in his heart. Even if he was one step ahead of others and searched everywhere, he would only have an extra wooden thorn in his weapons. Just talking about self-defense ability is far from enough. In a 1v1 with zombies, there is not much chance of winning. It would be even worse if you encounter several zombies. Urgent need to improve strength. Seeing that there was nothing else in the room, Chen Bei was about to leave. When he walked to the door, he just left without looking over the body. There is something good underneath the man's corpse. An administrator named Taozi in the management group said. Chen Bei's heart moved and he hesitated in his steps. The management team all said that there was something good underneath the body. How can you miss it? Turning around and searching directly would seem too deliberate. The peep screen management group is Chen Bei's advantage, equivalent to the existence of plugins. If the managers find out that he can peek into the screen, everything will be ruined. Got to act again. Chen Bei was like an actor. When he was walking, he deliberately slipped his feet and fell down. He was covered in blood. After falling to the ground, he quickly stood up, cursed, pretended to be angry, and kicked the 2 corpses. This is a matter of course. He took advantage of the situation and grabbed the broken arm of the male corpse and opened it forcefully. A flash of light came on. It turned out that underneath the man's body, there was a bright fruit knife. At the moment, this is already a very valuable piece of equipment. Chen Bei was overjoyed, picked up the fruit knife and made 2 gestures. Get the level 1 weapon fruit knife. Fruit knife. Category, weapons. Properties, physical. Attack power, 5. Durability, 10/10. In any case, this fruit knife is at least stronger than the wooden thorn in Chen Bei's hand. The wooden thorn is an inferior weapon, not even level 1, and has only an attack power of 2. This fruit knife has an attack power of 5 at least. Chen Bei rummaged through the 2 corpses for a while, but found nothing. He even got blood on his hands, which made him feel very uncomfortable. I just saw a shared bathroom where you can wash your hands as long as the water inside is still usable. Chen Bei left the house and walked to the bathroom. Just in time to catch up with those who had gone down before, they turned back and the 2 sides met in the corridor. There were 5 people in the group when we went down, but the number increased to 8 when we came back. Someone must have joined the group on the way. They saw the blood on Chen Bei's hand at a glance, as well as the fruit knife. This is easy to imagine. This guy has blood on his hands and is holding a knife. Did he kill someone? I just felt something was wrong with him. Several people murmured and looked at Chen Bei with alert eyes. Chen Bei didn't know how to explain it, so he simply pretended that these people didn't exist and walked straight into the bathroom next to the corridor. The lights inside were flickering and the mirrors were broken, creating a depressing atmosphere. Chapter 4 Malice outside the door. Chen Bei took courage and did not scare himself. It is mentioned in the game that it is relatively safe during the day, but becomes dangerous at night. He turned on the bathroom faucet, and clear water flowed out. Fortunately, the water was not cut off. Chen Bei rolled up his arms and sleeves, washed his hands, arms and face. There was nothing he could do about the blood on his body, he could only endure it for now. Opposite was a broken mirror, which reflected Chen Bei's wet face. He was in his early 20s, with short and capable hair. He was clean and handsome, especially his facial features were very nice. After Chen Bei washed up, he looked around to see if there was anything he could take away. It has become his habit to pluck the geese's feathers. Dorm survival game. The dormitory is just a carrier. Survival is the key. Chen Bei searched around the bathroom and collected soap and toilet paper. Just as he was about to leave, he caught a glimpse of a neatly folded piece of paper in the bathroom wastebasket. And there is no contaminated toilet paper inside, only this piece of paper is inside. Chen Bei immediately realized that this piece of paper might be useful. If it's dirty inside, he won't touch it. Now there is just a piece of paper lying inside, of course I have to take it out and look at it. Chen Bei leaned down, took out the piece of paper, unfolded it, and his eyes suddenly lit up. The weapon formula, spear, was discovered, the equipment formula, wooden shield, was discovered, and the upgrade formula, level 2 door, and level 3 door, were discovered. Make the recipe. Only with clear recipes can you make things at the workbench. Otherwise, you can only guess. Chen Bei opened these recipes. He discovered that he had all the materials needed for the weapon formula. Fruit knife, wooden stick, tape, parts box. And as mentioned above, some materials can be replaced. For example, a fruit knife can be replaced with a dagger, butterfly knife, scissors, etc. There are 2 other recipes, one for making a wooden shield and one for upgrading a door. There's not much to say about the wooden shield. The recipe for upgrading the door requires level 1 doors, tape, nails, parts boxes, and wood. Since it is called a dormitory survival game, upgrading the dormitory is definitely crucial. There are 2 directions for upgrading. One is to strengthen oneself. Another is to upgrade the dormitories. Both are indispensable. To be on the safe side, I'd better make all the weapons, shields and doors before dark. Then hide in the house and wait for night to fall. Chen Bei had a plan and planned to go back to the dormitory first to make weapons. On the way back, I met the same group of people again. They were discussing escaping. The door on the first floor is sealed. You can't get out at all, and the windows can't be opened. It's foggy outside and you can't see anything. Are we really going to be stuck here for 4 days? Don't be discouraged, everyone. You will definitely be able to get out. The worst you can do is break open the door on the first floor. While several people were talking, they saw Chen Bei walking over. In their eyes, Chen Bei was a strange being. When you are in a dangerous situation, instead of gathering together to figure out how to escape, you go from room to room picking up trash. Isn't this a disease? Do you really think this is a game? Different ways don't work together. Chen Bei leaned against the wall, not wanting to have anything to do with these people. Under the gaze of several people, he returned to his dormitory, opened the door and went in. The muscular man at the head was very annoyed because he was trapped here and couldn't get out, so he pointed his finger at Chen Bei. Do you think this person knows anything? At this time, everyone is mentally in a state of confusion, tension, and anxious negative emotions. After hearing what the muscular man said, several people agreed. It's possible, he looks too suspicious. If there is a mastermind behind this, he may be a traitor planted in. There was blood on his hand just now, and he was still holding a knife. He might have just killed someone, and he is a dangerous person. Yes, he is a threat. He should be arrested and tortured to see if anything can be found out. The more they talked, the more excited they became. That muscular man goes crazy alone, and when others coax him, he becomes even more energetic. The muscular man had a fierce look in his eyes and clenched his big fist, his joints creaking. He took the lead and walked to the door of Chen Bei's dormitory. Bang! 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 The muscular man knocked on the door frantically. Boy, open the door, I want to talk to you. If you don't come out, I will keep waiting here for you. Don't even think about escaping. F***K, open the door quickly or I'm going to knock it down. Inside the dormitory. The shouting like a mad dog outside made Chen Bei frown. At this time, Chen Bei had already placed the workbench in his dormitory, occupying the remaining space and barely being able to place it. He spread the drawings on the table and put in the materials one by one. Fruit knife, wooden stick, tape, parts box. Start making the weapon, spear, success rate is 98%, production in progress. Chen Bei's body became busy uncontrollably, and his hands moved so fast that it was difficult to distinguish with the naked eye. Various materials flew in his hands and were combined with each other. Success. Create a level 2 weapon spear *1, proficiency +1, and unlock the proficiency function. On Chen Bei's personal panel, there is an extra column for manufacturing proficiency, but I don't know what its use is for the time being. There was an extra spear on the table. The wooden stick is the handle, the fruit knife is in the front, and the middle is fixed with tape and some parts. It looks very much like that. Chen Bei picked up the spear and an interface popped up. Obtain level 2 weapon spear. Spear. Level 2. Category, weapons. Properties, physical. Attack power, 12. Durability, 20 of 20. Description, the spear is an ancient weapon. Holding it in your hand can easily awaken the dormant hunting instinct in your body. Never forget that humans survive by fighting. You have a decent weapon. Chen Bei fiddled with the spear, but the space in the room was small and he couldn't use it, so he couldn't practice. He has never learned martial arts, so he can only use it in the simplest and crudest way. Bang! 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 The muscular man outside the door became more and more agitated and rough, and had already begun to kick the door hard. This is just a wooden door. After being attacked, the damage number pops up. Durability, 1. The remaining durability of the door is 29/30. Durability, 1. The remaining durability of the door is 28/30. The muscular man outside keeps kicking the door. Every time you attack, the durability will be reduced by 1. Durability continues to decrease. If this continues, the door will be breached. Come out quickly, don't think that it will be okay just to be a coward. I am a fitness coach and I will break down this door in a minute. The muscular man yelled. Bang! 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 There was an endless B************* G sound. Chen Bei looked at his door, his expression getting darker and darker. I used to work in a funeral home, witnessing death every day and watching corpses come and go. He thought about the difference between life and death, and later came to a conclusion. The difference doesn't matter. The important thing is that it is others who die, but you who live. Chen Bei started to take action. Put all the workbenches and bedside tables in the house into the dimensional backpack to make space. Go to the door and look at the other person's position through the peephole. Hold the spear and find the correct angle. Take a deep breath. Then open the door a crack. Damn, the door is finally open. Let's see how I deal with you later. The muscular man cursed and stretched out his hand to completely open the door. What greeted him was the cold light that hit his face. Chapter 5 Get the fire axe. That cold light was exactly the tip of the spear. There is only a door between them, and at such a close range, you can hit it with your eyes closed. Puff! The spear stabbed the muscular man in the chest. At the moment of the hit, the spear was pulled out, bringing out blood flowers, and connected with the second attack. Puff! This time it was the chest again. The muscular man was stabbed continuously. He just reacted with a shocked expression on his face. He didn't expect that Chen Bei in the room would be so ruthless. This is just the beginning. Within a few seconds, Chen Bei in the room had a cold face and repeated the same action many times. Pull out, thrust, pull out, thrust. Puff! This time it went into the stomach. The place where he had been stabbed began to bleed and turn red. Puff! Another is the belly, which is large and easy to hit, and the feel of piercing it is particularly good. Puff! This time the attack was more risky. It was aimed at the neck. The aim was not quite accurate and it was a little crooked, but it still cut the flesh. Phew! 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 The rest of the attacks are left to chance, just random stabs. Chen Bei saw that every time he attacked, he would consume the value of energy. When an enemy is hit, the corresponding damage pops up, ranging from 15 to 30 each time. The opponent only has a total of 100 health points, so the damage has already been overflowed. The muscular man stared, opened and closed his mouth, blood foam came out of his mouth, and he made a vague sound. He staggered 2 steps and fell to the ground. Before, they only suspected that Chen Bei had killed someone. Now he has proven it with his own life. At the same time, it also proves the saying, don't push people too hard. Several people nearby watched the muscular man being killed, his body falling to the ground, and the blood glaring. Ah! Killed! Help, someone killed someone. Several people dispersed like birds and beasts, some turned pale with fright and slumped on the ground, while some simply ran away with oil on their sawls. In peaceful times, murder is too far away for most people. The impact of seeing one person kill another person can be imagined. If you kill someone yourself, the impact will be even greater. Chen Bei's eyes were in a trance, with double images appearing, giving rise to an unreal feeling like a daydream. Did I kill someone? Is this true? Chen Bei tried hard to digest this fact, walked to the door step by step, and looked at the corpse on the ground and the spreading bright red. Ironically, I got experience points for killing someone just now. Kill the target and gain 5 experience points. You still need 10 experience points to reach the next level. Killing a level 1 human will give you 5 experience points. If you kill 2 more people, Chen Bei will be able to level up. Sometimes, the abyss is right under your feet. If you step out of it, you will be doomed and there will be no turning back. You forced me. Chen Bei looked gloomy as he looked at the body in the pool of blood. Just now, the muscular man came to the door with a group of people looking for trouble, and they came menacingly. If Chen Bei showed weakness, the consequences would be disastrous, so he took action decisively and chose to fight hard. Some things just happen when they happen. This is the first time, but it won't be the last. Management Group. Chen Bei's murder aroused the administrator's attention and high praise. Someone finally died. In a survival game, how can an undead person survive? I am becoming more and more optimistic about the player 0 Degree, who is decisive and ruthless enough. I hope he can go a little further. The player group chat on the other side also caused an uproar. Many people talking in the group chat confirmed this. Someone killed someone, I saw it with my own eyes. The man in room 815 killed him. Everyone must be careful about the person in room 815, he is a lunatic. While talking about murder, someone also mentioned a piece of information. Someone smashed a wooden chair and obtained 1 unit of wood. This information was not as exciting as murder, but it caught Chen Bei's attention. Because Chen Bei is short of wood now. Wood is needed to make wooden shields and upgrade doors to level 2. Chen Bei had never obtained a piece of wood before. It turns out that the wood was obtained this way, just by smashing the chairs. Reasonable. Chen Bei had a goal, cheered up, and left the haze of murder behind him. Now is not the time to dwell on that. If he wastes time, he might be the next one to become a corpse. Chen Bei went out with his equipment and locked his door. He looked at the body lying at the door and felt that it was a bit troublesome. What if the corpse attracts zombies? This is a fresh corpse after all. For zombies, it may be very attractive. Thinking of this, Chen Bei simply dragged the body away and stuffed it into an empty dormitory opposite. After that, he started searching for wood and found a wooden chair in a dormitory. He picked it up and smashed it on the ground. This is really a laborious job, the quality of the chair is very good, he smashed it many times before it broke. The broken chair automatically turned into a bundle of wood and fell to the ground. Chen Bei picked it up and put it into his dimensional backpack. Finally, a piece of wood. It seems that ordinary group chats occasionally contain important information, so both parties need to pay attention. Chen Bei thought. This amount of wood is far from enough. Chen Bei continued to look for more wood and smashed chairs when he saw them, becoming a chair destroyer. During this process, other players appeared in the corridor. They kept a distance from Chen Bei and used the system's built-in shooting function to take photos of Chen Bei. Have to. Now he's famous. Chen Bei's photo was posted to the public group chat. His face was labeled as a murderer. And others knew the location of his dormitory. This made Chen Bei a little angry. Sneaky, it turns out he was secretly filming me. There are advantages and disadvantages to Chen Bei's becoming a bad guy. The advantage is that it makes others jealous and they dare not provoke him easily. The disadvantage is that if others know where his home is, he will be easily robbed. This means that Chen Bei cannot leave his dormitory too far. No matter what, let's develop at our own pace first. Chen Bei continued to collect wood. In the management group, someone mentioned him again and revealed a key piece of information. It is too troublesome to collect wood like this for Sub-Zero. If you get the fire axe that is available on every floor, you can chop the chair into pieces in a few clicks. Yes, at this stage, the fire axe is the best tool and the best weapon. It is very effective in fighting zombies. It is not an exaggeration to say that it is an artifact for beginners. At least it works better than his homemade spear. Chen Bei peeked at the screen again and captured key information. Fire axe. Chen Bei frowned slightly. These guys only said that the fire axe was useful, but did not explain the specific location. Fire axe, fire axe. Chen Bei's eyes lit up. I was stupid, where else could the fire axe be? Of course it was in the fire box. That's why the administrator said that it is available on every floor. Chen Bei switched to acting mode again, pretending to be searching in the corridor, and passed by the fire box on this floor. He pretended to walk over and then turned back halfway, as if he had an idea. Then the sliding door was opened. Inside, there was a red fire axe. A newbie artifact, right? It's mine. Chen Bei took out the fire axe and the data interface popped up. Fire axe. Level 2. Category, weapons/tools. Properties, physical. Attack power, 13. Durability, 25 of 25. Description, with an axe in hand, I have the world. It can be chopped from the front and smashed from the back. Trust me, you will love it. Chapter 6 Upgrade the door. As a human being, it is inevitable that we like the new and hate the old. Chen Bei immediately put the spear into his backpack, kept the fire axe in his hand, and swung it a few times. The fire axe whirls in the wind, and it feels powerful when swung. Good luck. Try using this thing to chop wood. Chen Bei found a wooden chair, swung the fire axe 3 times, and smashed the chair into pieces. This efficiency is greatly improved than before. Another piece of lumber was accounted for. Chen Bei felt happy and was about to go out when his eyes suddenly lit up. The door is made of wood. Since you can get wood by splitting chairs, you can also get wood by splitting wooden doors, right? Chen Bei immediately tried it and found that it was indeed feasible. Wooden doors are sturdier than chairs. Chen Bei struck it more than 10 times before destroying the wooden door. The wooden door explodes with more wood, 5 units. Now it is much easier for Chen Bei to collect wood. In this corridor, not every room has a chair, but every room has a wooden door. The co-authored dormitory survival game is essentially a game of collecting materials and picking up garbage. Chen Bei has played similar survival games before, and he really likes this feeling. He already had 11 pieces of wood on hand, which was enough for the time being, so he decisively returned to the original route. Halfway through, someone saw Chen Bei in the corridor, and they were so frightened that they hurriedly hid in the house, fearing to avoid him. The fact that Chen Bei is a murderer has been deeply rooted in the hearts of the people. He was too lazy to pay attention to these people and went all the way back to his room number 815. As soon as you enter the door, it starts to get busy. Consumes 2 units of wood, 1 parts box, and 1 iron nail. Chen Bei stood in front of the workbench, moving his hands quickly with amazing hand speed to combine various materials together. A simple wooden shield was born. Get level 1 equipment wooden shield. Wooden shield. Level 1. Category, equipment. Properties, physical. Defense, 8. Durability, 20 of 20. Description, you can't expect too much from this wooden shield, it can't withstand the test even more than your love. Chen Bei has a fire axe in his left hand, a wooden shield in his right hand, and a bloody suit. I have decent equipment. I don't know if I can defeat zombies one-on-one. The previous killing had a huge impact on Chen Bei. He was confident that if he faced zombies, he would have the courage to fight. Even if the zombies look scary, he is not afraid. When he worked in a funeral parlor before, he had seen all kinds of corpses and had long been used to them. Then it's time to upgrade the door. Chen Bei put down his weapon and walked to the door. Crafting props is at the workbench. Upgrading the door should be done in front of the door. As long as there is a blueprint, the option can be triggered when you get close to it. Materials required for upgrade: wood *3, parts box *2, tape *1, iron nail *1. Meet the upgrade conditions. Do you want to upgrade? Yes, square root. Chen Bei's hands flew up and down again, as fast as phantoms. A progress bar appeared, walking slowly. This process was quite smooth. The progress bar runs out. The door has been upgraded successfully. Door. Level 2. Defense, 12. Durability, 50 of 50. This door had been damaged before, but when it was upgraded, its durability seemed to have been repaired. After the upgrade, the appearance of the door has changed significantly. It has become thicker and has decorative bumps on the surface. It was flat before. The upgraded door brings a higher sense of security. This is not over yet. Chen Bei still has the recipe for the level 3 door, and the materials are sufficient. This is thanks to his previous rummaging around and searching for materials. Meet the upgrade conditions. Do you want to upgrade? Yes, square root. Repeating the previous upgrade process, Chen Bei started working again. This time the progress bar moves slower, like a snail. At the same time, room 838 diagonally opposite. Living here is a female gamer named Chao Qingqing. She has long flowing hair and good looks. She used to be a female publicist. From the beginning of the game to now, Chao Qingqing has been hiding in the room and dare not come out. She lay down at the door and peeked outside through the cat-eye door mirror. She was surprised to find that there was a special situation in room 815. The door suddenly flashed and turned into a more advanced door. The surrounding doors are all the same, but the door of 815 has changed. The door has been upgraded. Chao Qingqing's eyes widened in disbelief. Why did his door look different? View from the outside. The door of 815 is obviously stronger and more durable. Previously, Chao Qingqing saw with her own eyes that Chen Bei killed someone and scared away a group of troublemakers. Now Chen Bei's door has been upgraded. In this survival game, Chen Bei is definitely at the forefront. That is what is often said in the game: play well and be a boss. Such people are terrible. If we can become friends and hug each other, that's another matter. Should we get close to him? No matter how cruel he is still a man after all. As long as he is a man, Chao Qingqing raised her red lips, showing a confident look. She is a female publicist who has sold her body in order to achieve her goals at work. For her, color is a weapon and a bargaining chip. Chao Qingqing's heart was already alive. She continued to observe the other side, thinking in her mind. Suddenly, the door of 815 flashed again, and its appearance changed again. This time the door became thicker and more solid, although the material was still wood. There are even patterns on the surface of the door. The door handles look better too. Chao Qingqing's eyes widened again, her eyelashes curled up, and the surface of her eyeballs glowed. His door has been upgraded again. Chao Qingqing was very excited. It's clearly stated in the game. Relatively safe during the day, it can become dangerous at night. The door is a layer of security. Hiding in room 815 is definitely safer than other dormitories. Chao Qingqing was still hesitating just now, but now she made a decisive decision. You must embrace this thigh. At least give it a try. The door to room 815 opened and Chen Bei walked out. While other people's doors were still at level 1, he had already upgraded to level 3. This time when he went out, he planned to go a little further and go to other floors to collect more fire axes. Weapons of this kind are available on every floor, so there's no harm in getting a few more. He took away all the fire axes so that no one else could use them, but he didn't care. In a survival game, being selfish is inevitable. Set off. Chen Bei is about to hit the road. At this time, the door of a room diagonally opposite opened. A long-haired woman came out, wearing a uniform blue and white uniform, with 2 buttons open at the collar, her career line slightly exposed, her face quite pretty, and there was a faint smell of travel dust. The woman had looked at Chen Bei before, and this time she took the initiative to go out. Hello, my name is Chao Qingqing, and I am trapped in this game just like you. I want to ask you, do you need a partner? 2 people working together will always have more advantages than 1. Chao Qingqing stood at the door, trying to negotiate, feeling anxious. Chapter 7 The first night, night falls. Chen Bei looked at the other party, and he really had an intention to cooperate. It's not that I was deceived by beauty. But after Chen Bei left, he needed someone to help take care of his dormitory to avoid being robbed. The room where Chao Qingqing is located is just suitable for doing this. Cooperation can be considered. Chen Bei breathed a sigh of relief. Chao Qingqing was overjoyed, her face was bright, and she hurriedly said, if you are willing to cooperate, just let me live with you. Your dormitory is much better than mine. No, it's not this kind of cooperation. Let's add friends. When I go out to explore, you will help me monitor the door. If someone attacks my door, you will immediately notify me in private message. Let's get this done. When I come back from exploring, I will share some benefits with you. This is fine. Chao Qingqing thought about it and felt it would be profitable. Only with initial cooperation and deepening mutual trust can cooperation be further deepened. Sooner or later, we can move into each other's dormitories. In this way, the two parties hit it off and became friends on the spot. Chen Bei confirmed that friends can chat privately and realize their cooperation plans. To put it bluntly, he wanted Chao Qingqing to be his camera, staring at the door of his house. I'll leave this to you. Just stay in the house and don't move around. It's dangerous outside. Chen Bei said. Okay, I listen to you, you must be careful when you go out. Chao Qingqing warned. By the way, you should know that I have killed people, why do you still want to cooperate with me? Just because you dare to kill people, I cooperate with you. Got it. Chen Bei nodded, but it made sense. He left this place to Chao Qingqing and went on his way alone, passing the stairs and rushing to the next floor. In the group chat before, someone mentioned floor information. The upper floor reached the 12th floor, and there was a door that couldn't be opened. Maybe there was a higher floor. The access to the first floor below is smooth, but the door cannot go out. There is also a basement, and the door is also blocked. In fact, Chen Bei also has a lot of information to share. It's just that he is regarded as a murderer and equal to a bad guy. It seems unnecessary to pretend to be a good guy and share information. When I got to the 7th floor, I saw that the fire axe was still there. Chen Bei was very happy and immediately pocketed it. Keep exploring. The fire axe on the 6th floor is gone. The 5th floor is still there. On the 4th floor, a special situation occurred. There were several people in front of the fire box, taking out the fire axes. It seems that others already know about the existence of the fire axe. Like Chen Bei, they are collecting it floor by floor. The leader among them was a man with a stern face, a pair of small eyes squinted, a partial tattoo exposed on one side of his face, and more tattoos extending down his neck. The tattooed man was holding the fire axe he had just received and noticed Chen Bei. The two were 20 meters apart and looked at each other from a distance. Chen Bei's appearance is very intimidating at this stage. The blood-stained body seemed to be a warning. Brother Fei, this guy also has a fire axe. Do you want to kill him? There was a guy with a sharp mouth and monkey cheeks on the side, and he asked the tattooed man. Fei Gu had a gloomy face, his eyes still locked on Chen Bei, silent. Chen Bei didn't want to fight with such a group of people, so he took the initiative to go downstairs. Brother Fei looked at where Chen Bei left, his eyes flashing like the cold light on a dagger. It has been mentioned in the group that there is a kid who killed someone, and it is most likely him. We are busy with our work, and there is no need to confront him head-on for the time being. Fei Gu paused and raised the corners of his mouth a little. In other words, sheep need to be fattened to be delicious. There are no fire axes on the lower floors. Chen Bei went downstairs this time and got 2 fire axes. The harvest was pretty good. Now that we are on the first floor, we must go to the main entrance to take a look. Chen Bei came to the main entrance to check. The exit door is made of metal and protected by a layer of iron bars. It looks extremely sturdy and cannot be destroyed by a fire axe. There is a card reader device next to the door, and it seems that a door key is required to open the door. Those in the management group noticed Chen Bei staring at the card reader. Wanting to go out now is just a daydream. The door card is on the boss of the Fright Night plot, and you can only get it by killing the boss. Surviving 4 days in this building is the easiest way to pass the level. Kill the boss and use the pass to pass. Not many newcomers can do it. Unless he can get the weapon hidden in the building, which is possible. That weapon is hidden too deep, what kind of luck does it take to get it? Chatting freely in the management group. When Chen Bei saw this information on the screen, his heart was pounding. There is a plot boss in the game, and the door is stuck on the boss. In addition, there are hidden weapons in the building. Once you get the hidden weapon, you can hopefully kill the boss. Obviously, this way of clearing the level is more advanced, and the rewards given at the end are definitely better. You should continue with the topic of concealed weapons. That's right. Chen Bei felt itchy in his heart. However, the management group changed the topic and did not continue to talk about this matter. This made Chen Bei very angry. There is a lack of key information. Looking everywhere on 12 floors, the chance is too slim. How long until it gets dark? It's almost here, there's less than 10 minutes left. Great, I can't wait to see the zombies killing each other. It's only the first night, the zombies are still very weak, and the level 1 door can be blocked. There shouldn't be many deaths. The management group mentioned the alternation of day and night. It's getting dark. 10 minutes is a tight time limit. Chen Bei couldn't waste it, so he left the gate and returned to search for supplies along the way. The system does not come with a clock function. It is probably a deliberate pursuit of this vague concept of time to keep players in the dark. Chen Bei estimated the time in his mind, explored all the way, and returned to the 8th floor. Along the way, I saw a few corpses, but they were not those of the players, but were already there. The existence of these corpses has aroused Chen Bei's suspicion. At this time, the alarm bell suddenly sounded loudly in the building, the sound was piercing, and it was accompanied by a red light flashing. From the loudspeaker, a man's voice came out, with excitement and fanaticism in his tone. It's finally dark. The third batch of test subjects, start your performance, let me see your body activity. Warning. Night is coming, countdown 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The countdown was like a reminder, only 10 seconds in total. Fortunately, Chen Bei came back early, otherwise it would have been too late. Chao Qingxing was hiding in the room. Seeing Chen Bei running around, she hurriedly opened the door and shouted, "It's night, let me hide in your house. There is no time. Hide back to your own dormitory and survive the night. I will pay you dividends tomorrow." Chen Bei used the key to unlock the door, opened the door and went in, then closed the door tightly. Chao Qingxing stamped her feet angrily and closed the door. After Chen Bei entered the house, he looked at the window. Originally there was some light outside the foggy window. Now it was deep darkness. It's dark. Chapter 8 Come and Save Me. Crunch, crunch. A female corpse was lying in a pool of blood. Her body suddenly twitched and made strange noises. The lights above seemed to have insufficient power, and were very dim and flickering. The female corpse bounced upright with stiff movements. It's a scam. Ah! The female zombie let out an animal-like roar, and her normally normal teeth fell off one after another. Then fangs and sharp teeth sprouted from their original positions. Each canine is 2 to 3 centimeters long. This results in the female zombie's lips being unable to close completely, and only the teeth can close together. Its hands also began to mutate, the joints became thicker and harder, and the nails began to extend. Each root is like a steel hook. Next to the female zombie, there was another broken male corpse lying. There was nothing strange about the body, it was still lying there quietly. The female zombie raised her head slightly, stretched her nose, and made a vigorous sniffing motion. It seemed to have found its target and walked out of the door faster. The hunt begins. In room 815. Chen Bei returned to his room before dark. Just how dangerous it is at night needs to be verified by yourself. Chen Bei stood at the door and peeked out through the door mirror, but could only see a very limited area. You can only see the conditions of the 3 dormitories opposite. There was some movement outside, and there was a roar. This should be what the zombies are saying. Moreover, there is more than one. Chen Bei frowned slightly and held the fire axe tightly. To say he wasn't nervous at all would be to deceive himself. The player group also exploded. It's a zombie. There are zombies outside. Really? Don't scare me. I saw it too. There is a lot of blood on the zombies, and their teeth are very long, like wild beasts. I have played a horror escape room before, where the staff pretended to be monsters and monsters. Are these zombies fake too? I want to go home. Go home. Who is behind all this? Chen Bei peeked at the screen and looked at these remarks. In contrast, the management group has a different style of painting. Those sick administrators were all full of passion, and some said they had finally reached the stage they liked. Night is the highlight of this game. Suddenly, a roar alarmed Chen Bei. The sound is nearby. Chen Bei's eyes suddenly changed and he tried his best to look out the door. I saw a female zombie moving, slightly slower than a human, and her movements were stiffer. A mouth full of fangs and a ferocious face. Seeing zombies with his own eyes caused damage to Chen Bei's sanity attribute, which suddenly dropped by 3 points. Chen Bei recognized it at a glance. This is the female corpse I saw in the nearby room. You can't go wrong with that outfit and skirt. This discovery confirmed his previous conjecture. The corpses scattered everywhere in the building will turn into zombies at night. Those corpses are not decorations. Chen Bei's heart trembled. The female zombie lifted her nose and sniffed hard, like a dog, searching all the way. She walked directly opposite the door of room 815 and stopped. Chen Bei's heart suddenly lifted. Are you so unlucky? Being targeted by zombies just after dark? Sister, please change your place. This door is too thick, you can't hold it. The female zombie had a fierce look in her eyes, suddenly growled, and ran toward room 838. Arriving at the door of 838's room, the female zombie waved her claws, pointed at the door and started clawing hard, making the wooden door creak. Chao Qingqing's screams rang out in the room. He must have been frightened, and his voice had changed its tone. He couldn't be faking it. Chen Bei breathed a sigh of relief, at least he wasn't attacking his own door. This female zombie is pretty good. Chao Qingqing hurriedly contacted Chen Bei through a private chat with her friends and asked for help. Good brother, come and save me. The zombies are right outside my door. As long as you come and save me, I will let you play whatever you want. Whatever you want, I can do it all. Chen Bei received the news and replied. No hurry, just wait. What do you mean by waiting? The zombies are coming. Good brother, you have weapons in your hands, you can definitely kill the zombies, come on and save the beauty. I will listen to you in everything from now on, I will be your little bee ***ch, woof woof woof. When Chen Bei received these explicit messages, he could feel Chao Qingqing's eagerness from between the lines. But he still didn't move in a hurry. Because the information about the first night was mentioned in the management group before. Tonight is to allow novice players to adapt to the game, so the difficulty is not high. Zombies are all level 1, so it is difficult to break through the door. As long as you hide in the house, you will most likely survive until tomorrow. Click. Click. The female zombie was still scratching at the door, causing damage to the door's durability and leaving scratch marks. After scratching it for more than a dozen times, I found that the door could not be broken. The female zombie roared, turned and walked away. It walked all the way, still raising its nose to smell everywhere, looking for the next target. Huh, the zombies are gone. God bless, Bodhisattva bless. Chao Qingqing was overjoyed. Infer from common sense. The zombies gave up too early. We can only think that zombies have some kind of behavioral logic setting, just like NPCs. Scratching the door is one of the settings. If you find that you can't break it, you can find the next target instead of fighting all the time. This is indeed a game, but it requires players to personally participate and experience it. Chen Bei's heart trembled. At this time, the management group talked about an important topic. The zombies on the first night are slow and weak, which is suitable for players to take the initiative to attack. They all hide in the room and dare not come out. After all, we are all novice players, so it is normal to be timid. It takes at least one round of survival games before your mindset changes. The first person to kill a zombie can trigger a hidden first kill reward and will lose a skill card, an attribute point, and a prop. This is a big gift package. It depends on who is braver. You definitely can't kill zombies with bare hands. You have to have at least one weapon to kill zombies. Blast the zombie's head and the zombie will die. Chen Bei saw the conversation in the group and was heartbroken. The first person to kill a zombie will get a hidden reward. Judging from the few words, the reward is quite generous. Do you want to give it a try? The stakes are high. Chen Bei's heart was up and down. It takes great courage to face zombies head-on. This is a personal experience, fighting for your life, not rubbing the handle with your hands and facing the monitor. Chen Bei took 3 big breaths to reach a balance between excitement and fear. The zombies are the weakest on the first night. If you don't dare to fight, the difficulty will increase steadily from tomorrow night on. If we don't fight now, when will we wait? Done. Chen Bei's eyes were focused. He held the fire axe tightly with his left hand and the wooden shield with his right hand, unscrewed the door and walked out. He didn't make a big show of it, but put the wooden shield in front of him and lightly touched the female zombie's back. Chapter 9: The First Zombie Kill, Hidden Reward. If you touch it now, you might be able to get a sneak attack. It depends on the zombie's perception ability. Chen Bei was nervous and approached step by step, trying not to make a sound. 10 meters, 7 meters, 5 meters. The female zombie suddenly turned around. It opened its fangs and roared at Chen Bei. Those empty and cloudy eyes were devoid of any human emotion. It seems that its perception is quite sharp and it can detect someone approaching. The female zombie raised her arms, took stiff steps, and rushed towards Chen Bei. At close range, even the bloodshot eyes of the female zombie can be seen. This scene is so oppressive. For a moment, Chen Bei even had the urge to go back the way he came. His running speed is definitely faster than the zombies, and he can run back. The thought was just a passing thought. Chen Bei still withstood the pressure, gritted his teeth, raised the wooden shield in his hand to protect his head and face, and prepared his left hand for attack. Seeing the female zombie's claws reaching out, Chen Bei picked up the fire axe and slashed at the claws. The female zombie's attack method is very direct, that is, it advances forward forcefully. Chen Bei didn't have any rules and regulations, he just dealt with it instinctively. Chao Qingqing, who was in room 838, watched Chen Bei walk out of the room and chase the female zombie. I was confused and puzzled. When I call for help, you won't come out. Now that the zombies are gone, you are out. What kind of brain circuit is this? This man must be sick. Why are you fighting for your life against zombies? Chao Qingqing slandered. In the corridor, Chen Bei was still fighting hard, with axes and wooden shields used to resist the claws of zombies. Zombies can't catch him, and he can't hit zombies on the head. There is a safe distance between each other. The management group has turned on the movie-watching mode, and maybe the melon seeds and beer are ready. Look, 0 degrees on the 8th floor are getting up with zombies. Huh, it's really novices pecking each other. The man named Fei Gu on the 4th floor also took action. He is a ruthless person. It depends on which one of them is faster. I'm more optimistic about Brother Fei. Before he joined the survival game, this guy had killed people, been in jail, and even kicked his pregnant lover into miscarriage. He's totally inhumane. During the battle, Chen Bei glanced at the contents of the management group and felt nervous. The ruthless man named Fei Gu also took the initiative. Chen Bei took action after seeing the conversation in the management group. The other party definitely does not have this ability and acts entirely based on his own judgment. Not only is he ruthless, he is simply killed by a wolf. Chen Bei suddenly became anxious, with a sense of urgency. It would not be good news if this first kill reward was taken away by Fei Gu. Worse was yet to come. On the opposite side of the stairs, another male zombie with a big belly walked up. Chen Bei had a hard time dealing with a zombie. If 2 zombies attack him, the situation will be dire. The fat zombie who had just walked up turned his bald head and looked towards Chen Bei, his attention already attracted. Quick victory. Chen Bei fought hard, waving the wooden shield in his hand vigorously, swinging the female zombie's arms away, running with all his strength, and went around behind the female zombie. In terms of speed and flexibility, he surpasses zombies. When I look from behind, I can see the back of the zombie's head right in front of me. Sending you on your way. Chen Bei swung the fire axe with all his strength and hit the female zombie hard on the back of the head with the blunt side. Bang! This powerful and heavy blow directly smashed his skull. The powerful impact caused the female zombie to fall to the ground sideways, her body twitching. Miscellaneous soup and water spurted out from the damaged area. Chen Bei rushed forward to finish the attack, knelt directly on the zombie's back, swung the fire axe and hit it on the head. -25. -30. -30. Damage numbers pop up one by one. The female zombie's head was smashed to pieces. Kill the target, gain 10 experience points, level up to level 2, gain attributes, and unlock skill slots. 3 items flew out from the female zombie's body and were suspended nearby, shining brightly. There is also a mark on it, showing that the player who killed it is 0 degree and has priority to pick it up. Chen Bei's eyes glowed, and he stuffed all these into his dimensional backpack as quickly as possible. Get level 1 skill card, 3 consecutive hits. Get UV flashlight *1. Get attribute candy *1. Get the first kill reward. Chen Bei secretly called out the word shuang. Before I could be happy, the fat zombie over there ran over very fast. Chen Bei had just completed a killing, and his blood was rising. He got up and was about to fight. But then I thought about it. The first kill reward has been obtained, so there is no need to fight so hard now. It's better to go back first. Study what the reward you just got is about. Chen Bei decided to seek stability, turned around and ran back to his room 815. The fat zombie chased him all the way to the door and started attacking Chen Bei's level 3 door. It can't even break through a level 1 door, let alone a level 3 door. The durability of level 3 doors is 65 points, which is more than twice that of level 1 doors. Chen Bei ignored the scratching at the door and studied what he had just gained. Upgrading to level 2 has given him all-around enhancements, but not that much. Chen Bei. Level 2. Status, healthy. Spirit, 12. Strength, 11. Agility, 10. Constitution, 10. Sanity, 88 out of 105. Strength, 82 of 105. Life, 100 out of 105. Fullness, 53 out of 100. View from the panel. Spirit, agility, and constitution are all +1. Only strength increased by 2 points. Sanity, strength, and life are all +5. Chen Bei made a chest expansion movement and seemed to become more energetic. It doesn't feel like the improvement is very big. Look at those 3 rewards again. Chen Bei opened his backpack, took out the 3 rewards one by one, and placed them on the table. The first one is a card, similar to playing cards. The second one is to hold a flashlight. The third one is a bag of candy. Chen Bei picked up the card and immediately displayed the relevant data. Skill card. Name, 3 hits. Level 1. Effect, in a short period of time, launch 3 melee attacks in succession, causing 85%, 100%, and 120% damage respectively. And the third attack must be a critical hit. Cost, 5 points of energy. Cooldown, 30 seconds. Restrictions, players must be equipped with melee weapons to use them. Conditions for use, strength attribute is greater than 10 points. Description, there are only 3 things that can happen. Skill card. It seems that in this game, skills must be equipped on your body before you can use them. Chen Bei immediately tried it. Just when I reached level 2, I unlocked a skill slot, which is specially used to put skill cards. People who have played games can easily get started with these basic settings. Chen Bei clicked on the equipment, and the skill card in his hand disappeared and appeared in the skill slot. A small skill icon appeared in front of his eyes, representing the 3-hit skill. The question is, how to release it? This question soon had an answer. Chen Bei picked up the fire axe and immediately understood how to use the 3-hit combo, as if he had trained it countless times and had become familiar with it and it had become a part of his memory. He almost took action and quickly suppressed this impulse. It seems that as long as the skill card is equipped, it can be released directly without worrying about it. Chen Bei then looked at the other 2 rewards. These 2 are also good things. Chapter 10 give you something sweet. There are 2 things, one is a UV flashlight and the other is a tribute candy. Chen Bei first picked up the flashlight to check. UV flashlight. Level, none. Category, props. Properties, electricity. Effect A, normal lighting. Effect B, powerful ultraviolet lighting, close to natural sunlight, lasting 5 seconds. Cooldown, Effect B 2 minutes. Power, 100 out of 100. Description, how to use this thing, do you still need me to teach you? There really is no need to teach. As long as you have some brains, you can see its usefulness at a glance. Of course it's for taking photos of zombies. Zombies lurk during the day and emerge at night, 80% of which are afraid of the sun. Use this flashlight to shine on zombies. Zombies won't like it. You won't know exactly how it works until you try it. Chen Bei then picked up the attribute candy. This thing is simple. Attribute candy. Category, food. Properties, sugar. Effect, after eating it completely, you will gain 1 point of freely allocated attributes. Description, eat. It's not technology and hard work. Added attributes. Even a little helps, and a little adds up. Chen Bei peeled off the beautiful wrapping paper, threw the candy inside into his mouth, chewed it up, and ate it. Get 1 point of freely allocated attributes, which can be used at any time. On Chen Bei's data panel, there is an extra attribute point. Spirit, Strength, Agility, Constitution. Attribute points can be used on these 4 items. Each attribute has an explanation. The Spirit affects the level of reason. Strength affects physical output. Agility affects speed, dodge rate, and critical hit rate. Physique affects strength, defense, and health. Chen Bei thought for a while. At this stage, physical output is still the most realistic. So he directly used the attribute points on strength. After using it, he vaguely felt a flow of heat flowing through his body, and the muscles everywhere were trembling, as if he had been electrocuted. It's great. Killing this zombie is so profitable. After leveling up, I have new skills and props, and my overall strength is much better than ordinary players. Chen Bei was very excited. His eyes flashed, and he even started to like this dormitory survival game. At least it's better than the stagnant life before. At this time, there was agitation among the players. That Phineas just killed a zombie. His younger brother made noises, took photos and short videos of the zombies, and sent them to the public group chat. Zombies are nothing. Did you see, this is a zombie that my brother Fei killed alone. You are right to follow brother Fei. If you want to hug a pretty girl, you should do it early. Brothers, protect you and make sure you get home safely. That Fei Gook killed the zombies too. In terms of time, it was definitely slower than Chen Bei, so it was Chen Bei who got the first kill reward. Crunch, crunch. The fat zombie outside the door is still busy attacking the door. Chen Bei thought briefly and made a decision. Tonight, we can't just stay at home, we must take the initiative. The current zombies are relatively weak, which is a good opportunity to improve their strength. This opportunity is not to be missed. So Chen Bei cheered up, came to the door, opened the door suddenly and pushed out. The fat zombie outside the door was bounced away by the push of the door and fell to the ground. Chen Bei raised his flashlight and turned the switch on the fat zombie. The flashlight has 2 levels, with the UV mode at the top. A strong purple light shines on the front of the fat zombie. It's true that one thing brings down another thing. The fat zombie made a painful sound and hurriedly covered its front with both arms. The exposed skin began to fester and bubble. It's really useful. Chen Bei took the opportunity to rush over, swung the red fire axe with his left hand, slashed with the sharp edge, and hit the fat zombie in the temple. This time, the fat zombie was knocked to the ground, and the fire axe penetrated deep into it and got stuck in the broken bones. Chen Bei stepped forward, stepped on the zombie, pulled out the fire axe with force, and then hit it a few times. Bang! 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 Smashed the fat zombie's head to pieces. A bloody and foul smell spread out. Chen Bei's face and body were stained. Just be dirty if you're dirty. Now is not the time to care about this. Killing the zombies gave me another 10 experience points, but nothing exploded. Chen Bei did not leave in a hurry, but reached out and rummaged through the body. It's not like the work was in vain. Pull out a chocolate bar from the zombie's pocket. It is shown that after consumption, a small amount of sanity, strength, and satiety can be restored. Chen Bei happened to be hungry, so he bit open the bag and ate it all in a few bites. Then he walked to room 838. Chao Qingqing, who was in the room, had been using the peephole of the door mirror to peek outside, and witnessed Chen Bei killing 2 zombies and walking towards this side. Chen Bei was covered in blood and holding an axe in his hand. He looked like he had stepped out of a horror movie. Chao Qingqing's heart suddenly rose to her throat. The man opposite is more terrifying than a zombie. Open the door. Chen Bei's tone was almost commanding. What are you going to do? Chao Qingqing said fearfully. We have a cooperative relationship. I plan to give you some sweetness, but I can't let you pay unilaterally. Sweetness. Chao Qingqing's heart was pounding, and her mind was twisted, wondering if the other party was showing off her bestiality. She opened the door hesitantly. It won't work if it's not turned on. The opponent is fully capable of breaking in. Chen Bei stood at the door, turned over the fire axe in his hand, and handed it to Chao Qingqing. I still have a spare fire axe, so I'll give this one to you. Use it to defend yourself and stay in the house to help me look after the house. If anyone dares to touch my door, please notify me in private immediately. Chen Bei emphasized his tone. It turns out that sweetness refers to this axe. Chao Qingqing looked at the fire axe that had killed zombies and felt a little disgusted, but she still took it. It's already night, you still want to go out and do some work? Chao Qingqing asked. Well, we still have to get out. This is the first day of the game, it's very critical. Chen Bei said. Chao Qingqing nodded and remained silent. She still wanted to leave and go home, instead of joining in this nonsense game of killing and killing. Bang! The door of room 838 is closed. Chen Bei did not leave immediately, but went back to the house to repair the door. Just now, the fat zombie scratched the door many times, causing a loss of 10 points of durability. As long as you have materials such as wood, iron nails, and parts boxes, you can repair wooden doors and restore their durability. Chen Bei repaired the door before setting off. We just walked not far. A door on the opposite side was suddenly violently pushed open, and a male zombie wearing a white shirt rushed out, growling lowly, with drool dripping from his sharp teeth. Chen Bei was shocked when something happened suddenly, and his rationality was affected. The white-shirt zombie staggered a few steps, stood firm, and turned to look at Chen Bei nearby. It roared low and rushed towards Chen Bei. A strong purple light suddenly lit up, forcing it back and making a shameful face-covering gesture. Chen Bei's blood surged and he decided to try his skills. 3 hits. Chapter 11. Let's go and meet him for a while. As soon as your thoughts move, your body will move accordingly. The fire axe hit the zombie on the head. Once, twice, 3 times. Critical hit. The last blow dealt a high damage of 45 points, directly smashing half of the zombie's head. It's really, lift up your hijab. Chen Bei was breathing heavily, and there was some blood on his body. I also had some judgments in my mind. The advantage of 3 consecutive hits is that it is fast. If you hit 3 times in a short period of time, you can kill a level 1 zombie in seconds as long as you hit the head. The skill has a cooldown time of 30 seconds, which is quite long, so try to avoid a situation where there are more than a dozen. In one-on-one situations, I can defeat the zombies tonight. Chen Bei felt that his blood had become hot, and excitement was transmitted along his nerves. As usual, he searched for zombies. This time there was a harvest too. A piece of paper was pulled out from the zombie's body, and after opening it, 3 recipes were recorded inside. The weapon formula, Madman Handsaw, was discovered, the equipment formula, Hedgehog Bracers, was discovered, and the upgrade formula, Level 2 Dormitory, was discovered. It's the recipe. Chen Bei's heart moved and he immediately checked what the 3 formulas were about. The Madman's Handsaw requires a saw blade as a material, which is not available now. The Hedgehog Bracers require iron nails. I ran out of them before and have to find new ones. Fortunately, nails are not hard to find. Upgrading the dormitory can strengthen the walls and expand the area. The main material is stone, which is not available now. The Fright Night game is just the first round of the game. This is the beginning, and it will never be the end. Upgrading the dormitory in this round of the game and keeping it until the next round may bring advantages. Free room allocation, this is a good treatment. Chen Bei twitched the corners of his mouth. He now had a collection target and set off on the road to places he had never explored before. It's night now, zombies are infested, and most players choose to hide in the house. So the corridor was empty. Only Chen Bei was searching everywhere. I quickly found iron nails, as well as common parts boxes, tape, wood, etc. Chen Bei also took out a bottle of water from the drawer, just as he was thirsty. Clear water. Category, food. Properties, water. Effect, after drinking a small amount, satiety and sanity will be restored. Description, we are not nature's porters, we only produce water. Chen Bei has become accustomed to jokes in prop descriptions. To be sure, the person who designed these is a pretty get up guy. Gududu. Chen Bei drank half a bottle of water in one breath and felt much better. He moved on. Just then another zombie appeared, coming down from upstairs, with blood on his mouth and hands. The blood was fresh. Maybe it has already had dinner. Chen Bei didn't think too much and just continued to play conventionally at this stage. Approach steadily, use the ultraviolet flashlight to shine on the opposite side, and then use the ultraviolet flashlight to output wildly at the head. The whole process is already a bit familiar. The experience gained by killing this zombie was enough for Chen Bei to level up. Most players are still at level 1 and can only hide in the house and shiver. And he is already level 3. Kill the target, gain 10 experience points, level up to level 3, and gain attribute improvements. This upgrade did not unlock the skill bar. Chen Bei murmured in his heart. The last upgrade gave me a skill slot, but I didn't give it this time, so it's still 1. Now I can only equip 1 skill, which is a bit shabby. If there are 2 or 3 skills, maybe we can achieve some coordination. Chen Bei's upgrade attracted the attention of public channels. Because on the side of the channel, you can see the virtual name and level of each player. They will also be sorted according to level. Chen Bei reached level 3, far ahead, and naturally became the most eye-catching existence. There were only 2 level 2 players following him, one of them was Fei Gu. Damn it, this 0 degree is already level 3. How did he upgrade? He has killed people, and he must have killed zombies, so he can level up. What should we do? Do we also have to go out and kill zombies? What a joke. I'm not going out anyway. Boss, please take me with you. I want to hang out with you. Does anyone want to form a team? There is strength in numbers. Chen Bei, who occupied the top spot, received some private messages. Basically, it's all about showing kindness to him. There are even female players who use the shooting function to take explicit photos and short videos as a bargaining chip. Chen Bei ignored them all and just continued his actions. Walked this corridor again. He went downstairs and continued on the 7th floor. The situation on this 7th floor is a bit grim. 2 zombies are scratching at the door, and one door is B***************** G from the inside, which means there's a guy inside who's eager to break out. Chen Bei's arrival immediately attracted the zombie's attention. A zombie rushed towards him, slightly slower than a normal person, and its movements were very stiff. Chen Bei didn't want to fight too many, so he made a quick decision and killed the first zombie with a flashlight. The zombie in the distance had bad legs and feet and was limping forward. Chen Bei had some free time and was waiting on the spot holding the fire axe. At the same time, there was a lot of noise at the stairs in the distance, and a group of people came up. There were 7 people in total, and the leader was none other than Brother Fei. Fei Gu and his gang went upstairs and saw zombies approaching Chen Bei. They had met Chen Bei before and recognized him at a glance. "It's that kid again, the highest-ranked Sub-Zero." Someone pointed over. Fei Gu, who had a tattoo on his neck, had a dark expression and looked at Chen Bei sadly. On Chen Bei's side, when the zombies were approaching, he flexibly moved around and struck 3 consecutive blows at the back of the zombies' heads. With 3 bangs, the zombie fell to the ground. The whole process is straightforward. 3 attacks, incredibly fast. It's a skill. Fei Ge's eyes widened and he made an instant judgment. He has been promoted to level 2 and has skill slots, but no skills. Chen Bei's attack just now was most likely the effect of some kind of skill. It was too fast and produced airflow visible to the naked eye. Chen Bei killed the zombies and noticed Fei Gu and his group. He remained calm as he leaned over to search for the 2 zombies, acting very calmly. This kind of performance will make people feel that he is confident and not afraid of Fei Gu and others. If you are in a panic, you are showing cowardice. Fei Ge's eyes moved and he walked over. "Let's go and meet him for a while." A group of 7 people, led by Fei Gu, approached Chen Bei. They have a large number of people, and they have a leader, so they are naturally fearless. Moreover, all 7 of them had weapons in their hands, at least a wooden stick. The small team came closer. It happened that Chen Bei had just completed his search and found a roll of iron wire, which was a very useful material and relatively scarce. Chen Bei stuffed the wire into his school bag and looked up at the people opposite. His eyes met Fei's. The atmosphere became tense. "What's up?" Chen Bei asked calmly. Chapter 12 New Weapon, Madman's Hand Saw. Fei Gu grinned and said, "Nothing, I just came here to make friends with you." "This is not like a place to make friends," Chen Bei said lightly. "That's wrong. Look around me. Aren't there all friends around me? This is called, we are all from the same world, so why should we know each other before we meet? At home, you have to rely on your parents, and when you go out, you have to rely on your friends." What Fei Gu said sounded nice. The younger brothers around him all agreed. With that said, Fei Gu took out a box of cigarettes and a lighter from his pocket. He lit one for himself and took out another one and handed it to Chen Bei. "Friend, would you like one?" "No, I don't smoke." Chen Bei shook his head. "This is no ordinary cigarette. I found it downstairs. Smoking one can restore 10 points of sanity." "Oh?" Now Chen Bei became interested. If the sanity attribute drops too much, it will definitely be bad. Just killing zombies will cause sanity to decrease every time. Now Chen Bei's sanity has reached 79 points, which is not very safe. So he accepted the cigarette. He actually smoked before, but he was not addicted. Fei Gu helped light the cigarette and used it as a social tool. The 2 of them were smoking cigarettes and puffing away smoke, which really made people relax. Chen Bei's sanity points are slowly recovering. At this time, Chen Bei noticed that there was a kid on the other side, moving to the other side intentionally or unintentionally, getting closer and closer, which immediately aroused his alert. Chen Bei held a cigarette in his mouth, took 2 steps back, and held the fire axe tightly in his left hand. If the person on the opposite side is asked to move to the side or even to the rear, it will be a situation of outflanking. Brother Fei hurriedly pulled his younger brother back and said, "Don't get me wrong, this guy is just walking around casually, he has no other intentions." Brother Fei also gave the younger brother a hard look. The other party stepped back with a playful smile. Only then did the tense atmosphere calm down. Fei Gu went on to say some concise words before getting to the point. "Friend, I see you just used the skill, and the effect is really good. Can you tell me where you got the skill? Let's add a friend and share information. If you helped me, I will help you in the future." Chen Bei thought for a moment. The information about skill cards is not kept secret to the extent that it must be kept secret. At the moment, it is acceptable to use this information to cope with the situation. The power should be used to repay the cigarette just now. Chen Bei doesn't like to owe others. It's a skill card, similar to equipment. It takes effect when you put it on your body. As for the way to get it, it depends on luck. I got it by killing zombies. Everyone has this kind of thing sooner or later, but I got it first. Oh, that's it. Fei Gu nodded. This cigarette was not in vain. Just finished smoking. Chen Bei said goodbye to the other party, stepped back and distanced himself, and threw the cigarette butt in when passing by a trash can. In the survival game, you also know how to protect public health and pay attention to it. Fei Gu and his gang made no further moves and allowed Chen Bei to leave. Chen Bei explored below and disappeared at the top of the stairs. Fei Gu hooked up his hands, called a younger brother to come closer, and whispered a few words. He gave his younger brother an order. Go to the 8th floor, find a suitable place to hide, and monitor room 815 for a long time. Chen Bei, 0 degree, the fact that he lives in room 815 has been exposed a long time ago, and someone even took photos secretly, so it is not a secret. This kid has killed people before, and his level is higher than ours. We can't touch him easily. You monitor his every move over there and report to me. When the time is right, we will trick him again and take him down. Fei Gu showed a cold smile. Obviously. In this survival game, there is confrontation between players. Killing each other is inevitable. Some people need unity. Some people need to be eradicated. Brother Fei has a clear idea of what to choose. Chen Bei is the one who needs to be eradicated. After searching the downstairs and killing 2 zombies, Chen Bei leveled up again. At level 4, his various attributes have been slightly improved, with strength increased by 2 points, agility increased by 2 points, and everything else increased by 1 point. I didn't feel it deeply when I was at level 2. At level 4, there was finally a clear gap. Chen Bei feels that his physical fitness is much stronger than before entering the game. He walks with wind, punches powerfully, and is full of power. Reflex nerves and speed have also been significantly improved. If only I could persevere in the rounds of survival games. The future is promising. There are 2 situations for killing zombies. One is to explode things directly. The other requires actively searching for corpses. The zombies killed this time belonged to the former. A luminous object popped up directly after death. It is a circular saw blade. The edges are sharp and serrated. The saw blade actually exploded, so cool. Now I can build that madman's hand saw. This is a little surprise for Chen Bei. Room 815, in front of the workbench. Chen Bei took out the materials he had just collected and created 2 new pieces of equipment according to the formula. To keep up with the level, the equipment must also keep up. Put in nails, wire, tape, parts boxes, belts. Obtain level 2 equipment hedgehog bracers. Hedgehog bracers. Level 2. Category, weapons/equipment. Attribute, spikes. Attack power, 5. Defense, 10. Block rate, 1%. Durability, 22 of 22. Description, a good thing for both offense and defense. See those nails? You're right to say hello to the enemy's face. Throw in saw blades, water pipes, nails, wire, parts boxes, lumber. Obtain level 3 weapon Madman's handsaw. Madman handsaw. Level 3. Category, weapons/tools. Properties, physical. Attack power, 16. Durability, 27 of 27. Description: you will probably like weapons that can cut down enemies regardless of vertical position. This gratuitous sadness should be left to the enemy. Got 2 pieces of equipment. Chen Bei immediately changed his equipment and equipped the hedgehog wrist guard to his right arm. He is left-handed, holds the weapon in his left hand, and equips the hedgehog bracer with his right hand, so that he can attack with both hands. This hedgehog wristband uses a belt to strangle the wrist, and there are sharp iron nails on the outside, some of which are rusty, which is a proper tetanus warning. As for the madman's handsaw, the appearance of this thing is sharp. The handle is a water pipe, and the top is connected to a circular saw blade with wires and nails. Overall, it has a rough, handmade feel. Chen Bei swung it a few times and got used to the feel. The attack power of this piece of equipment is 3 points higher than that of the fire axe, so it should be easy to use. Chen Bei was about to go out to continue exploring and searching. At this time, a faint light shone in from outside the Tianzi window, heralding the arrival of day. The loudspeaker sounded again in the corridor. After the first experiment, we can see that there are many problems with zombies, which are far from what I expected. We need to continue to optimize them. Death is not an end, but a beginning. Only by putting yourself to death and living again can you gain eternity. The man talking through the loudspeaker seemed a bit talkative. Chen Bei had a reasonable guess. Perhaps, the man who speaks with the loudspeaker is the final boss of this round of Fright Night game. Then, game prompt boxes appeared in front of them one after another. Good morning, everyone, congratulations on seeing the sun the next day. Because this is a novice game, I will give you some extra tips. Please give up your illusions as soon as possible, adjust your status as soon as possible, and actively participate in the game. Once you change your thinking, the door to a new world will open for you. Please enjoy the rest of the game. Chapter 13 We Are Different. In the public group chat, new players reacted fiercely. Who is the person behind this? Let us go back. Stop screaming and accept the reality. We have to work hard to survive in the game and solve problems with game-playing ideas. There are a total of 100 people in the group chat list, and 12 of them have their profile pictures blacked out. Being offline may mean death. So many people died in one day and one night in the game, it was really scary. Don't scare the baby, he is timid. The survival game is so exciting. If it can be broadcast live, it will definitely be a big hit. A few days of rewards is equivalent to a lifetime of dead wages for ordinary people. Even when death is imminent, I still think about money, and forget about money. Everyone, time passes much faster in the game than in reality. The night just now felt like it only lasted about half an hour. In other words, time is precious. I suggest that we all go out together to find a way out, or even try to destroy the wall directly. You can try it. The group chat filled up the screen very quickly, with everything being said. The game has progressed to this point. There are probably several types of players. One type is the active participation type and quickly accepts the gameplay. Chen Bei and Fei Gu fall into this category. One is the type that strives to get out of trouble, and only wants to escape, rather than being led by the so-called game. Another way is to wait and see how it changes, hiding in the house and not coming out, as long as you can. There were also active discussions in the management group, and Chen Bei saw all the chat content. Perfect exclusive benefits. This group of people still want to escape, but there is no way. The naivety of new players is normal. People like 0 Degree who enter the state of active action as soon as they come up are the exceptions. Looking forward to his performance today. Some new locations will be unlocked in the building today. The library on the 5th floor, the infirmary on the 3rd floor, the morgue on the -1st floor, and the secret room behind the closet on the 13th floor are all good places. The key point is that zombies will fall asleep during the day and can be easily killed. This is the key. During the day, players have an advantage. If you haven't gone out to take action today and just hide in the dormitory, the possibility of surviving until the last day is very low. These administrators just talk in a casual tone. Chen Bei captured the key information and suddenly had a clear goal. Library, infirmary, morgue, secret room. It seems that there will be changes in the game every day. I have to visit these places mentioned by the management group today. Chen Bei walked out of the door and immediately went to room 838 diagonally across the corner. He used the private chat function to notify Chao Qingqing to open the door. In fact, he didn't know Chao Qingqing's real name, he only knew the other party's virtual name in the game, which was Qingling. Chao Qingqing opened the door and let Chen Bei into the house. The cooperation between the two parties has already established a certain foundation of trust. Please take a look at this drawing, and I will give you the corresponding materials. You can upgrade the door to level 2. Return it to me after reading the drawing. It's still the same today. You act as a camera for me, keep an eye on my home, and let me know if anything happens. If you want to go out and explore, you can only do it on this floor. You can't go upstairs or go downstairs. Do you understand? Chen Bei explained. The two parties are in a cooperative relationship, and necessary contributions are still required. Nothing good comes of it. Why should you let the other party look after your house for you? Chao Qingqing has no idea about drawings and upgrading doors. But she's not a fool. After actually coming into contact with the drawings, I quickly mastered it. Drawings, once viewed, will be recorded in the system's files and will be permanently available in the future. In addition, even if there are no drawings, as long as you know the specific formula, you can still operate it. In fact, someone has shared drawing information in the public group chat. It turns out that the door was upgraded like this. It's so magical. Chao Qingqing flipped up her long hair, her eyes bright. I'm going out to do some work. After I leave, you can start upgrading the door. This will make your dormitory safer. Chen Bei said. You're in a hurry again. There is no other way, hurry up. In this survival game, time is life. Handsome guy, can you give me something more? I still feel insecure. Chao Qingqing spoke in a controlled tone, as if her girlfriend was being coquettish. She also raised her hand and put it on Chen Bei's shoulder, scratching it with her nails. Chen Bei moved his shoulders slightly and avoided Chao Qingqing's hand. I think this is a fair deal, and I've given you enough. When I come back this time, I will pay you dividends again. The premise is that you perform well. After saying that, Chen Bei left directly, leaving nothing for Chao Qingqing. Chao Qingqing showed a resentful expression and glared at Chen Bei's back. Humph, you didn't take the bait. Is my neckline not low enough? Chao Qingqing murmured in her heart. After Chen Bei left, he chose to go downstairs. Arrived on the 7th floor. I saw two people holding a chair each, standing in front of the door of a room, hesitating. There must be something inside. Chen Bei asked casually, what's in it? The two people were startled. When they saw Chen Bei's appearance, they panicked and simply ran away. Chen Bei held a madman's hand saw in one hand, a shield in his right hand, and his wrist guards were full of nails. This look really gives people a sense of danger. No wonder the two people escaped. Chen Bei simply went over to see what was going on. When I got to the door of that room, I took a look. In the corner of the room, there was a body curled up, motionless, with its head lowered. Take a closer look. The opponent had sharp teeth, sharp nails, and a lifeless complexion. It's a zombie. During the day, the zombies will find a dark place to hibernate and enter a deep sleep. This was mentioned by the management group. Zombies during the day are all lambs waiting to be slaughtered. Those two people just now definitely wanted to go in and kill the zombies, but they just didn't have the courage and were hesitant. Chen Bei took advantage. After entering the house, he aimed at the zombie's head and wielded the madman's hand saw to deal violent output. Click. 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 After 3 attacks, several holes were cut in the zombie's head, and soup and water flowed out. Now, it can truly sleep forever. Kill the target and gain 5 experience points. 75 experience points are needed to reach the next level. Normally, killing zombies gives you 10 experience points, but now you only give 5 points. It seems that killing sleeping zombies will give you half the experience points. Stingy. Chen Bei slandered. Fortunately, this method is not dangerous and is a waste of time. Chen Bei took the opportunity to explore the zombie's body and the room. There was a small harvest and I found a small bag of biscuits. Chen Bei ate it on the spot, which restored 8 points of fullness and 6 points of strength. Killing zombies is a physical activity and will consume physical strength. If you are too tired, you can only rest. Chen Bei continued walking down and came to the 5th floor. There are several people active on this floor. After the first day, the number of players who dared to go out has obviously increased. Look, the door here is unlocked, and there's a library in front. Someone shouted. Players on this level rushed over one after another. It seems that the library has been found. It's okay this way, others will find it first, and Chen Bei will go there later, so that it won't appear too intrusive, so as not to reveal that he can pry into the secrets of the management group. Chen Bei walked over and came to the door of the library. It was closed before, but it was open today. People gathered inside and it was noisy. Someone turned around and noticed Chen Bei's arrival. What the hell, what's going on with this guy? Where did he get all this equipment? This dear man lost his composure so much that he stuttered when he spoke. There was an explosion in the library. Everyone looked at Chen Bei, trembling with fear. Most of them are still in a state of poverty and do not even have any equipment. Chen Bei on the opposite side is already fully armed. To use a song title to describe it, it is, "We Are Different." Chen Bei was slightly embarrassed, put the madman's hand saw into his dimensional backpack, and made a statement. Don't be afraid, I won't hurt you. Chapter 14 Blood Refining Talisman Warning Against Evil. Obviously there are many people on the other side, but Chen Bei is alone. But he became the strong one and wanted to appease people's hearts. Chen Bei continued. I was also forced to come here to participate in the game. I was just an ordinary office worker before. We have no grievances. As long as you don't come to trouble me, we can live in peace. There may be something hidden here. Everyone can find it, first come first served. Is that okay? Those words relieved some of the tension in the room. A bold and fat boy said, okay, as you said, first come first served, whoever finds the thing gets it. We are all civilized people, not primitive people, so everything is easy to discuss. The words drew echoes. In this way, a verbal agreement was formed. Chen Bei calmly entered the house and began his own exploration. Seeing that he was doing business as usual, everyone slowly lowered their guard and everyone looked for their own thing. Since it is a library, the most abundant items are of course books. There is a large bookshelf erected on each of the 3 walls. Each bookshelf is enclosed, covered with a layer of glass, and equipped with supporting equipment. 3 categories are marked on the bookshelves: architecture, handicrafts, and metaphysics. Touch the device and the corresponding interface will pop up on the display. Enter user information to borrow books. Each user can borrow 1 book in this category. Someone immediately tried it and entered their house number and virtual name. This bookshelf is like a vending machine, with an outlet that spits out a book. A book is out. The player picked up the book and looked at it, and found that it was full of blurry small words, which could not be read clearly at all. Keep scrolling down, and there is a page at the back that records a recipe for upgrading the level 2 door. Huh, I got the recipe, the player cheered. Chen Bei understood. This is what the library turned out to be. Everyone can get a book on the bookshelf with the recipe inside. 3 bookshelves, that is, 3 books. Chen Bei knows the formula for level 2 gate, but this formula is useless to him. The player who got the book continued to flip down, but found nothing. It seems that there is only one recipe recorded in a book. All the players present understood what was going on and began to line up spontaneously to receive the books very quickly. Architecture, handicrafts, metaphysics. Chen Bei was attracted by the metaphysics bookshelf. Is it possible that this dormitory survival game still has a fantasy element? Come to think of it, it's no surprise that there are even zombies and metaphysics exist. Chen Bei queued up normally, waited for his turn, and took out a book according to the procedure. After opening it, I found a page of special content inside. There are written records and a picture on it. The pattern seems to have been drawn with blood, and there are still bloody fingerprints left. Discover the blood refining talisman, ward off evil spirits, unlock the talisman file, and unlock the talisman drawing function. Is this a talisman? Chen Bei's eyes widened. Sure enough, metaphysics does exist. He studied it on the spot. Drawing a blood refining talisman consumes your own blood, and you can draw the talisman pattern anywhere. Drawing symbols has a high failure rate, and if it fails, it will be in vain. Consuming blood is equivalent to consuming health points. If successful, you can obtain the blood refining talisman, the effect of warding off evil spirits, which can affect creatures such as zombies. In addition, the blood refining talisman is a consumable item and will disappear after being used too many times. There is proficiency in making items, and the same goes for drawing talismans. The more you draw, the more proficiency you draw, and the success rate will increase. Chen Bei roughly understood. What talismans did you get here? Chen Bei asked, looking around. What is the blood refining talisman called? To ward off evil spirits, a young man replied. Mine too. A eldest sister in her 40s agreed. It seems that everyone has the same talisman, so there is no need to exchange what they have. Chen Bei then went to the other two bookshelves, lined up, entered information, and obtained the books, all in one go. In the crafting category, he got the level 2 box helmet formula. In the construction category, he got the level 3 dormitory formula. Someone got the recipe and didn't know how to use it, and asked, how should I make the things in the recipe? You can't just rub it with your hands, right? The little fat man who spoke before said kindly, some places have that kind of workbench, and you can make it on it. I have seen a workbench before, but there is no recipe. There is more than one workstation in the building. It was only one of them that Chen Bei moved home before. There were many more scattered everywhere. He had seen at least 3. Hey hey! There were shouts from the side. It turned out that someone was attacking the bookshelf and trying to destroy it with violence. If you can completely destroy the bookshelf, you can get all the books in it. He fired at the bookshelf, and the result was 0 damage. The bookshelf was unscathed. In this building, some things can be destroyed, and some things are impregnable. I'll give it a try. Chen Bei took out the fire axe and smashed it against the bookshelf twice. The output was also 0. It seems there is no chance. Chen Bei also tried to use a dimensional backpack to carry the bookshelf away, but it also didn't work, prompting that it could not be collected. You can only follow the rules of the bookshelf, 1 book per person. Some people who got the formula began to exchange, and some simply posted the formula to the public channel to promote the spirit of sharing. There are more places to go in Chen Bei, and time is limited, so we can't stay here for too long. So he just left without participating in the recipe exchange event. One person caught up with Chen Bei and shouted, "Boss, please stay." Chen Bei stopped and looked back, and the person who spoke was the little fat man from before. "Boss, my game name is Bai Xiaopang. You should be the number 10 degree, right? The only level 4 player now." Bai Xiaopangta said. "Well, it's me. I can't hide it even if I want to. A big shot like you shines brightly wherever you go, how can you hide it? I'm in a hurry, so let's talk directly. Boss, let me tell you the truth, can you take me to explore with you? I will be your little brother, riding in front of and behind the horse, calling you here and there, all at your command. No, you can find someone else to form a team. I prefer to work alone now." "No. Boss, you are alone, it would be great to have multiple helpers. My family runs a chain restaurant and is fairly well off. I dare not say more. I will give you 1.8 million, no problem. As long as if you take me with you, I will definitely not treat you badly when you go out. I can give you an IOU now. Chen Bei walked away directly, too lazy to listen to what was going on. Little Fatty Bai was left hanging there, feeling discouraged. After Chen Bei disappeared, he muttered sourly. Okay, you are the boss, you are noble, and we cannot reach you. Chen Bei explored all the way and came to the 3rd floor. The management group mentioned that there is a medical room here, so one can imagine its importance. Until now, Chen Bei has never found any medicines. When I came here to take a look, I found a special situation. There is a long section of fault in the corridor that collapsed, and many people gathered here and couldn't get through. Judging from visual inspection, the fault is probably 7 or 8 meters away. Directly opposite the fault, there was a room with a flashing door number. The door number lights up with 3 words, Infirmary. Chapter 15 Jump. Chen Bei came here yesterday. At that time, the place was obviously sealed, there was no fault, and there was no infirmary in sight. Just listen to the discussions of those in front. The infirmary is right in front of us, how do we get there? I made a visual inspection and found that the distance is more than 7 meters. Only an athlete's run-up jump can jump this far. It's unrealistic to jump over it. Let's study other methods. I tell you to swing over with a rope. The problem is that we don't have such a long rope. Connect everyone's clothes together and tighten them a little, and it will be long enough. These people are talking all over the place. Chen Bei put away his weapon, walked over, and said, "Do you have any way to get over it?" The people in front turned their heads and looked over. They were all shocked when they saw Chen Bei's appearance. Nowadays, Chen Bei is treated like this wherever he goes, which can easily arouse others' vigilance. I just want to go over there. I don't have any other ill intentions. You can rest assured. Chen Bei took the initiative to assure me. Those people retreated one after another and clung to the wall, still keeping their distance from Chen Bei. Chen Bei came to the break and looked down. Below is the 2nd floor, where a large amount of rubble is piled, with many steel bars inserted into the rubble. There was also a male corpse impaled on a steel bar, lying on his back with his limbs hanging down. A steel bar was pierced from the mouth, and the blood had stained the lower part red. Chen Bei understood. From the next floor, there is no way to reach the other side. The body stuck on the steel bar was a warning of danger. So these people dare not try easily. Have you tried taking a detour? Chen Bei pointed to the opposite side and asked. Of course I tried it, but it didn't work. There is no other way. We can only go through here. A young man said. It means that the simplest and most direct way is to jump over. Chen Bei moved his legs on the spot a few times, eager to try. I advise you not to mess around. This distance is more than 7 meters. Do you know what this is? I am a sports school student, and my best score is only more than 5 meters. Anyone who can jump more than 6 meters can be a first-level athlete. Those who can jump to 8 meters can even compete for championships in world-class events. The young man became more and more excited as he talked. He is a professional in this field, so he knows more and knows exactly what this distance means. He also pointed at Chen Bei's shoes. Look at your shoes again. We all wear uniform flat shoes, which have poor jumping ability. In addition, the height limit of the roof will also affect the takeoff. Under this premise, it is a miracle to be able to jump 5 meters away. It's a dream to jump 7 meters. Once you fall, you will be pierced by the steel bar. The distance is too far. What about a foothold in the middle? What a place to stay. I'll find something and come back. Chen Bei turned around and left, searching the nearby rooms one by one, and soon found one with a bed. He dragged the entire single bed out of the room and dragged it all the way to the edge of the break. Then he lifted the single bed and threw it towards the opposite side. The people around him were dumbfounded, this power was really outrageous. The single bed flew several meters away and fell downward. Click. The single bed fell on the reinforced gravel and shattered into pieces. The scattered fragments slowly disappeared. How could this happen? The sports school student asked in surprise. Under normal circumstances, a bed would not be so fragile, let alone disappear, but don't forget, this is a game. Chen Bei frowned slightly. His plan fell through. There is no way to place something underneath as a place to stay. Then you can only jump over it. Chen Bei was doing warm-up exercises on the spot, staring at the opposite side, estimating the distance. Seeing this, the sports school students on the side began to persuade him not to mess around again, for the same reasons as before. But Chen Bei didn't waver and decided to jump over. He is now at level 4, with 15 points of strength and 12 points of agility, which is beyond the scope of a normal person. He felt that with his explosive power, he could give it a try. Jump over and you can enter the infirmary and have exclusive control of everything inside. This temptation is too great. Chen Bei is not stupid enough to jump forward directly. He calculated the distance, drew a line in the corridor, and planned to practice in the safe area of the corridor and give it a try. Others are watching. The sports school student kept shaking his head and talking to the people around him. Obviously he is not optimistic about Chen Bei. Chen Bei lowered his body, sprinted forward and accelerated, releasing the explosive power of his body, and jumped on the line he drew. Like a flying man, he flew through the air, and his head hit the ceiling lamp. After staying in the air for a while, he landed heavily and rolled. F***K. The one who made the sound was the sports school student. He widened his eyes, ran over, looked at the line drawn by Chen Bei, then looked at the distance Chen Bei jumped, and roughly calculated it. 6 meters, definitely 6 meters. You are so amazing when you jump so far in the corridor wearing flat shoes, the sports school student exclaimed. 6 meters, that's still a long way off. It's obviously not enough. Chen Bei frowned. It's okay. Your jump action just now was wrong and very unprofessional. I'll tell you some essentials of the action and you can try again. I think you have a chance. The sports school students told Chen Bei some techniques of running up and long jump, including how to exert force, what posture should be taken after jumping up, and how to extend the stay in the air. Chen Bei wrote them down one by one and made 2 more attempts. He adjusted his method, which brought about significant improvement, and he was finally able to jump to more than 7 meters. This distance is just enough to cross the gap and jump to the other side, but there is still a risk. Chen Bei thought about it for a while. If he upgraded to a level first and then came here to do the long jump, he would be more confident. It's just that upgrading will take time and bring variables. If someone else gets there first, you will suffer a big loss. Fight. Chen Bei decided to give it a try. He distanced himself, asked others to step aside and get out of their way, then lowered his posture and started in a squatting position. Like a dormant cheetah. Rush. Chen Bei suddenly rushed out, his speed rising steadily, rushing all the way to the edge of the fracture, stepping on the fracture to gain strength. He jumped up, raised his legs together and made a squatting movement. The whole person crossed through the air, getting closer and closer to the opposite side. Just a little closer. Chen Bei stretched out his legs, landed on the edge with the soles of his feet, threw himself forward, and rolled twice on the spot. Coming over. Wow! Awesome, the sports school student cheered. Chen Bei breathed a sigh of relief, he was quite nervous just now. He turned back and saw that he had crossed such a long distance. The infirmary is opposite. There are other rooms on both sides. Chen Bei ignored other rooms and went straight to the infirmary. Just now everyone was not optimistic about him, but now he has succeeded. Someone from behind shouted, "Brother, if you get the medicine in the infirmary, you can score a point with us. I was injured and I'm still bleeding." Chen Bei ignored the people behind him and walked straight to the door of the infirmary. Worried that there was danger inside, he first held the madman's saw in his hand, and then slowly turned the door handle. Chapter 16. Get out of here. Crunch. The door opened. Chen Bei tentatively looked inside. There was no light source in the room, it was dark and quiet. Chen Bei replaced it with a flashlight, pressed the switch, and the beam shone inside. There are many bottles and pill boxes in the room. Medicine. It's all medicine. Chen Bei was elated. In reality, medicine can cure diseases and save lives. In the game, all the protagonists have medicine jars. Chen Bei quickly entered the house to search and picked up a medicine bottle. It feels very light and turns out to be an empty bottle. He changed several bottles in succession, but they were all empty. Are you kidding me? It's all for nothing. Chen Bei's mood was on a roller coaster. He continued to search and spent a lot of time before finding some real medicines in the house. Healing Potion. Level 1. Category, Potion. Effect, restore 60 points of health. Resistance, 5 minutes, continuous use will reduce the efficacy of the drug, and the drug resistance will be lifted after 5 minutes and the normal efficacy will be restored. Description, you won't like the taste, so try not to get hurt. Antidote. Level 1. Category, Potion. Effect, remove various poisoning conditions. Resistance, 5 minutes. Description, red umbrella, white pole, let's lie down together after eating. Tranquilizer. Level 1. Category, Potion. Effect, restore 50 points of sanity. Resistance, 8 minutes. Description, calm down, brother. Potion of Fortitude. Level 1. Category, Potion. Effect, restore 30 points of health. Temporarily increase physical fitness by 20 points and gain 30% physical damage reduction for 2 minutes. Resistance, 30 minutes. Description, see what I am doing? Go up and fight for your life. Hemostatic Bandage. Level 1. Category, Medical Supplies. Effect, restore 10 points of health and remove the bleeding effect. Description, don't wrap yourself up like a mummy. Chen Bei found these 4 drugs in total. Healing Potion *5, Antidote *3, Tranquilizer *2, Toughness Potion *1. Added together, there are 11 doses of medicine in total. Everything was stuffed into the bag by Chen Bei. He knew the value of these potions. Survival in the dormitory is a matter of life and death. One more bottle of healing medicine means one more hope of living. 3 other potions are also useful. For example, the Toughness Potion can temporarily improve physical attributes and obtain additional damage reduction. Apparently used in critical situations. I spent a lot of time here and have to go to the next place. Chen Bei gave up searching. He has touched 90% of the bottles and cans in the house. It is inevitable that some fish will slip through the net, and it is impossible to be so meticulous. Just as Chen Bei was about to return the same way, he noticed a file folder exposed in a half-open drawer. His attention was drawn to it, and he reached out and took out the file folder. After opening it, there were many blurry fonts that could not be distinguished. Only part of the content can be seen clearly. Test item number 005. March 12. Record, use hunger strike, water deprivation, bloodletting and other means to put the test subject into a near-death state, and use a hanging bottle to inject a small amount of glucose to maintain vital signs. March 16. Record, the experiment made a breakthrough. Under the influence of the ritual, corpse spots began to appear on the bodies of the test subjects while they were still alive. The open mouth is forcibly fixed, and the tongue inside begins to curl, with a bud-like object appearing at the end. March 19. Record, before the other shore flower bloomed, the test subject died first, and the ceremony was interrupted. For the next test product, the alarm function of the ECG monitoring equipment should be added. If necessary, drugs such as albumin, fat emulsion, and amino acids should be used to extend the life of the test product. Chen Bei flipped through the pages, and found that they were all filled with such vague archive records. These are just fragmented game plots. I'm not sure how much impact these plots will have on game clearance. Judging from the records, there have been some crazy experiments here before, and there are also mentions of rituals, Bana flower, which seem to be cultivating a plant using living people. Could these experiments be related to zombies? Chen Bei thought about it in his mind. After reading this kind of text file, it will be automatically recorded in the system and can be accessed at any time in the future. Therefore, Chen Bei did not take away the file and put it back in its original place. He walked out of the infirmary and it was time to go back. On the way back, the sprint distance will be shorter than before, and the difficulty will be greater. Those people on the opposite side kept staring. Among them was an injured man who shouted, "Have you found the medicine? Can you save me? I feel like I'm going to die." Chen Bei ignored it, but adjusted his condition and launched a charge towards the opposite side. Muscles contract and relax, strength explodes, and the speed continues to increase. Reached the edge of the fracture. Chen Bei kicked over and, like a trapeze artist, jumped to the opposite side and landed safely. The injured man hurriedly approached. "Have you got the medicine? Is there any medicine that can heal your injuries? Give me some quickly," the man said eagerly. "Go away." Chen Bei looked at the other party with a cold face. "You can't just die without saving me. You're on the other side, you must have got the medicine. Give me the medicine quickly. I have an old man and a young man, I can't die here. I said, get out." Chen Bei showed his cold-blooded side, pulled out the madman's handsaw, and stood between the two sides. The injured man retreated hastily in fright. Although Chen Bei got a lot of medicine, it didn't mean that he wanted to help someone who was not a relative. Especially in a survival game like this. He himself is facing death threats. Shock these people. Chen Bei held the weapon and walked away. Before leaving, he secretly sent a friend application to the sports school student. The other party pointed out his jumping movements, which was regarded as a favor. By adding him as a friend, there might be opportunities for cooperation in the future. The reason why they did not use drugs to reward the sports school students was because they did not want the sports school students to become the target of public criticism. If Chen Bei gave medicine to the sports school student in front of those people, the situation of the sports school student would be embarrassing after he left. The other party accepted the friend request. The name of the game is Awo. Chen Bei went all the way down and reached the first floor. The next goal is to go to the morgue on the first floor. When I arrived at the lobby on the first floor, I saw that it was really lively here. There are as many as 30 players gathered here, studying how to break the door or smash the wall. Damn it, no, if you attack this door, you will be electrocuted. It hurts a lot. The walls on both sides cannot be smashed, and the output is all zero. How on earth do we get out of this damn place? If it doesn't work, you can only persist until the 4th day. The game says that you can pass the level if you persist until the 4th day. Fart. Did you believe those lies? They were the ones who caught us here. These people are making noises, they must have tried many times. Chen Bei did not participate, but found the stairs leading to the negative floor. It was closed before, but now it's open. It was pitch black below, like a huge mouth of an abyss, ready to devour anyone. Chen Bei turned on his flashlight and walked down. Chapter 17 Carnival in the Morgue. There seemed to be a power outage on the negative floor. Everything was dark and could only be illuminated with a flashlight. Chen Bei saw a light switch on the wall and walked over to press it. The result was no response. Sure enough, there is no power. Chen Bei continued to explore and found that some locations on the negative floor were still sealed. Those blocked areas may be opened in the next few days. Chen Bei's flashlight helped a lot. He gradually found some empty rooms and searched them randomly after entering. Food, materials, water, are all harvested. The dimensional backpack is about to run out of space. If you take everything, you will definitely not have enough space and you will have to make a choice. Chen Bei's main goal here is to find the morgue. He did not waste time on those ordinary rooms and chose to speed up his search. Because time is running out. The management group mentioned that the time limit is 1 full hour during the day and half an hour at night. It is estimated that it will only be about 10 minutes until it gets dark next time. Chen Bei explored forward, but the flashlight could only illuminate a small area, and the surrounding area was immersed in unknown darkness. There is a faint smell of putrid smell in the air, and it gets stronger the further you go. There were miscellaneous things scattered on the ground, including books, dirty clothes, broken buckets, etc. There were 2 bloody handprints on the wall. Whenever he sees these things, Chen Bei's rational attributes will fluctuate. Ding! 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 Suddenly a bell rang, startling Chen Bei. He gripped the madman's hand saw tightly and took 2 steps back, his breathing becoming rapid. The ringing was still ringing, the sound was very harsh. Sounds like one of those old-fashioned alarm clocks. Chen Bei frowned and bravely moved forward. On a counter, he saw a screaming alarm clock. Sure enough, it was just an alarm clock to scare people. A low-end scary approach. Chen Bei muttered something and hit the button of the alarm clock with his fist, finally shutting up the guy. Continuing to explore, the rancid smell ahead becomes more pungent. Until we came to a door, the smell reached its peak. This is a double door with an iron lock on the door. Shine light upward. The words morgue are clearly hanging on it. Finally found this place. Chen Bei smiled. When ordinary people come to such a place, they will inevitably feel fear, and they can scare themselves half to death. Chen Bei used to work in a funeral parlor and was used to seeing corpses and didn't care at all. So he picked up the weapon in his hand and attacked the chain hanging on the door. -28. -28. -33. Damage numbers pop up one by one. Until the chain was broken and fell down with a crash. Chen Bei opened the door. When the light shines on it, there are rows of corpse refrigeration cabinets on the opposite side. Due to the power outage, these refrigerators lost their effectiveness, and the corpses inside must have rotted, which is where the stench came from. At the same time, on the 8th floor, the 3 players gathered together and their eyes fell on the door of room 815. Look at other people's doors. They are obviously a grade higher than ours. They say this is the number 10-degree dormitory. It can't be wrong. This time we'll hit the spot, and we'll come back tomorrow. Why wait until tomorrow? Now go over and break the door, but the things you can get are limited. When you come back tomorrow, there will definitely be more things inside. Then we will get a pot and share it. What a great idea, let's do it like this. Let's take action while he's gone. It's very safe and there is no risk. The 3 people discussed secretly and finalized a plan. The game has many ways to play. Stealing other people's homes is also a way of playing. On the 1st floor, inside the morgue, Chen Bei is very familiar with these corpse freezers in front of him. Some cabinets are open and some are closed. It has a number and name on it. Chen Bei walked to the opposite side, pulled a handle, and pulled out the heavy refrigerator as if opening a drawer. Some viscous liquid dripped out. Looking inside the refrigerator, there was a male corpse lying with his eyes closed tightly, motionless. It can be seen from the mouth and fingernails of the corpse that this is a zombie. According to the rules of the game, the zombie fell into a deep sleep during the day. Chen Bei was well prepared mentally and did not react much when seeing zombies. He raised his flashlight and illuminated the zombie's face. The rotten skin was uneven and damaged in many places, and insects could be seen crawling under the skin. Time is limited, let's get started. Chen Bei knew exactly what he should do. He flipped the madman's hand saw in his hand, pointed the saw blade at the zombie's head, and then smashed it down hard. Once. Until you smash the zombie's head and gain experience points. These zombies are in a sleeping state, ready to be slaughtered by others. Now is the perfect time to kill them. By night, they all come to life. In the management group, some people have been paying close attention to this special player Chen Bei. His luck was so good that he found the morgue first. He killed all the zombies in the morgue at will. It will get dark in 9 minutes, so he needs to move faster. There are not only zombies in those refrigerators, but also other good things. Actually, I don't want anyone to kill all the zombies here, as this will result in too few zombies on the second night to pose a threat. It depends. We can use permissions to temporarily release zombies into the game venue. No need, it's just a beginner's game. It would also be nice to have more people clear the level. You are too soft-hearted towards newcomers, which is not in line with the purpose of a survival game. The management group is very lively, and different administrators have certain differences. There are 9 minutes left, you really need to hurry up. Chen Bei sped up. Once night comes and these zombies come alive, the situation is completely different. So act fast. Open the cabinet and kill the zombies. Open the cabinet and kill the zombies. Chen Bei repeated the same action. This is a killing spree. When he didn't have enough energy, he took out the energy bar snacks he found on the road and ate them. The more you kill, the experience bar will continue to rise, and occasionally things will explode. Kill the target, gain 5 experience points, level up to level 5, gain attributes, and unlock skill slots. Upgrade. Chen Bei felt warmth surging all over his body, and his muscles felt numb. Finally unlocked the second skill slot. Now he can equip 2 skill cards at the same time. But, there is no second skill card at all. Skill cards are relatively rare, and I haven't gotten a second one until now. Chen Bei couldn't care less about being happy, he took the time to continue killing the remaining zombies, and opened the refrigerators one by one. Wow! Another refrigerated cabinet was opened. This time there are not zombies inside, but 2 items, one of which is a card. Chapter 18 The Second Night. Skill card. Chen Bei's eyes lit up and he quickly took out the card. Skill card. Name, Two-Way Heavy Foot. Level 1. Attack power, 8. Effect A, get up and kick the enemy in the head, with a 30% chance of causing the enemy to be stunned for 3 seconds. Effect B, use the sweeping kick to attack the lower body, with a knockdown effect. Cost, 3 points of energy. Cooldown, 25 seconds. Restrictions, none. Conditions for use, strength attribute is greater than 8 points, and agility attribute is greater than 12 points. Description, kick above or below, it's up to you. It's cool. I brought you a pillow just as I was about to sleep. Now I can equip 2 skill cards. Chen Bei was about to equip the skill card. With 2 skills that can be used interchangeably, there will be more room for maneuver during combat. The two-way heavy kick skill obtained this time also comes with special effects. Kick on it to knock the enemy unconscious. Kick below to knock down the enemy. You can choose as appropriate. Chen Bei then looked at another thing. This is a pair of shoes. When you pick it up, you can see that it looks like a sports shoe with 3 rows of iron bumps on the bottom. It looks new and the soles are clean. Finding a new pair of shoes from the corpse freezer is an incredible thing that only happens in games. Obtain level 3 equipment Mars running shoes. Mars running shoes. Level 3. Category, equipment. Attribute, physical/fire. Attack power, 7. Defense, 5. Durability, 28 of 28. Bonus, agility +5. Effect, leg attack damage +20%. Running quickly can cause sparks to rub on the soles of your shoes. At this time, you can launch a leg attack with an additional 2 points of fire damage. Description, run. Brother. A piece of level 3 equipment. For Chen Bei now, level 3 equipment is already very good. He put on his shoes decisively. This pair of shoes can be used with new skills to increase the damage of heavy foot attacks. It also adds an additional 5 points of agility attributes, which can make players faster and more agile. Chen Bei jumped twice on the spot, feeling that his body became lighter. There are still 3 refrigerated cabinets that have not been opened, so hurry up. Chen Bei followed suit. Open the remaining 3 refrigerators one by one. One was empty, and the other two had zombies, and he killed them both. So far, the entire morgue has been emptied by him alone. I'm really tired. Chen Bei breathed a sigh of relief. Suddenly, the loudspeakers on each floor made a sound that could be vaguely heard even in the morgue. I am one step closer to success. I have optimized the test product. The zombies tonight will be more active. It was the same voice from before again. The boss behind the game Fright Night. Once this sound sounds, it means it is getting dark. Really? A countdown appears in the prompt box. Warning. Night is coming, countdown to 10. At night, danger and opportunity coexist. Clearing out the zombies here doesn't mean the entire building is safe. What's more, the administrator also has the authority to launch new zombies. There's nothing to be afraid of. Fight all the way back. Chen Bei remained calm and did not panic. He is not what he used to be now. Level 5 Strength. 2 skill cards. A complete set of equipment and a UV flashlight on hand. Let alone 1v1, even a 1v2 situation is possible. Chen Bei walked out of the morgue and illuminated it with a flashlight. Ouch, ouch. A strange low roar sounded not far away. There are zombies. Chen Bei cheered up and shined the light of the flashlight. A vent was knocked open and a zombie crawled out, half of its body hanging there. Bang! The zombie fell to the ground and struggled to get up. The light of the flashlight illuminated a horrified face. The gray face is covered with blood, the eyes are empty and lifeless, and the mouth is full of sharp teeth, of which 2 fangs are the most obvious. Ouch, ouch. The zombie raised his hands and rushed towards Chen Bei. It can be clearly felt that compared to the zombie last night, the one on the opposite side is faster and more flexible. Zombies are also leveling up. Chen Bei frowned slightly and pressed the flashlight switch. The strong ultraviolet light illuminated the zombies on the opposite side. The zombie was immediately frustrated, covered his face with his hands, and took 2 steps back. Chen Bei accelerated and rushed over, flying with a heavy kick skill, kicking the zombie in the face. Bang! -46. The zombie was knocked back a few steps and fell into a brief coma. This kick knocked the zombie unconscious. Chen Bei aimed at the zombie's head, swung the madman's hand saw in his hand, and unleashed a violent click. The sharp saw blade ripped open the zombie's head, causing flesh and blood to fly everywhere. After 3 attacks, the zombie was completely headshot and killed on the spot. The zombie fell to the ground, and blood and thick water spread. In this battle, there are various combinations of skills, props, and equipment. It even made Chen Bei feel the thrill of fighting. Something seemed to be awakened in the body. Kill the target and gain 18 experience points. You still need 210 experience points to reach the next level. You still need so much experience points to upgrade. It will not be easy to upgrade in the future. Chen Bei leaned down, briefly checked the zombie's pocket, and then continued on his way. Illuminating it with a flashlight, I quickly passed through the dark negative floor and arrived at the stairs. Ouch, ouch. There are sounds of zombies approaching, and there are more than one. 2 zombies wandered down the stairs and saw Chen Bei. As if they had been injected with chicken blood, their movements suddenly accelerated and they ran down the stairs. Chen Bei suddenly felt pressure. This is the first time he has faced 2 zombie attacks at the same time. And the zombies tonight are stronger than yesterday. Chen Bei gritted his teeth, with a ruthless look on his face, and switched the flashlight into a shield in front of him. The madman's hand saw in his left hand is ready to go. Close. Closer. The 2 zombies are one behind the other, with a gap of about 3 steps. Chen Bei raised his wooden shield and moved forward to blocking the claws of the first zombie, and then saw the right moment to launch a counterattack. Skill 3 combos. The madman slashed with his hand saw 3 times, twice on the head, and once missed. This wave failed to kill the zombies. Another zombie also rushed over and attacked from the left, forcing Chen Bei back. Chen Bei retreated, fighting and walking away. After the heavy foot skill cooled down, Chen Bei swept his legs with a crisp movement, and the soles of his feet brought up a strong wind visible to the naked eye. This hit was very profitable, and it actually tripped two zombies together. Chen Bei rushed forward, raised his foot and stomped on the injured zombie. The sole of this shoe is made of metal. Click. 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 Chen Bei stepped on the zombie's face until it deformed and collapsed, and did not stop until he received an experience point reward. It happened that another zombie also got up. In a one-on-one situation, Chen Bei was even more unafraid. He used the shield in his hand to deal with the opponent, and then looked for an opportunity to greet the opponent on the head. Click. 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 Attack after attack, sometimes hitting the zombie's head, until it was completely knocked to the ground. Chen Bei panted heavily and killed 3 zombies in a row, which consumed a lot of energy. Fortunately, during the previous exploration process, I found a bottle of energy drink, which can replenish your strength by drinking it. Chen Bei took out this bottle of energy drink and drank half of it. At this time, there was another noise on the stairs. Chen Bei increased his vigilance and looked upward. I saw a figure standing there. Chapter 19 Fight back to the dormitory. At first, Chen Bei thought he encountered zombies again. After taking a closer look, it turned out to be a human player, not a zombie. And it's a familiar face. It's the guy named by Xiao Pang in the game. This boy is white and fat, with a happy look on his face, just like the boy holding the carp in the New Year pictures who has grown up. Bai Xiaopang also saw Chen Bei and was overjoyed. Huh, big brother, we meet again. We met each other once, and got acquainted with each other twice. Now we are friends. Bai Xiaopang turned around and waved to call the other 3 people. They must have gathered together temporarily to keep warm. Chen Bei walked up and asked, "It's already dark, why are you hanging around here?" "We wanted to go upstairs to the dormitory. When we heard something moving here, we came over to take a look and happened to see you. This is fate," Bai Xiaopang said with a smile. "I plan to go back. I wish you a long life, but I have to leave." "Boss, if you want to go upstairs, we have to go upstairs too, so let's go together. It's safer when there are more people." "I'm not interested in being your bodyguard." Chen Bei refused to go with him and walked up the stairs quickly. This little fat Bai was a shameless person. Even though he was rejected, he still asked a few of his accomplices to follow Chen Bei. Chen Bei glanced back, frowned slightly, and shouted, "Don't follow too close. If you dare to come up to me, don't blame me for being rude. It is essential to be on guard against others." Chen Bei was worried that these people were slapping him behind. Bai Xiaopang understood and grabbed his companions to keep a certain distance from Chen Bei. "Boss, don't worry, we are just following behind, there is no other meaning. With you leading the way, it will be safer to go upstairs," Bai Xiaopang said with a smile. Chen Bei was not a murderer, so there was nothing he could do with these pieces of dog skin plaster, so he just let these people follow him. The group of people walked up 1 level at a time. 3 floors. 4 floors. When they reached the 5th floor, 2 of them left because their dormitory was on this floor and they wanted to go back inside to hide. Going further up, there was an unusual noise above. A zombie wandered down the stairs. The lights overhead flickered on and off, illuminating the zombies again and again. Seeing the zombies coming downstairs, the 2 followers, Xiaopang Bai, were so frightened that they stepped back and each clenched their weapons. After searching during the day, players basically have weapons, even if it is a chair leg. It is not convenient to fight on the stairs, and it cannot be used. Chen Bei charged decisively, holding the wooden shield in front of him. While rushing upstairs, he knocked the zombie into the corner of the stairs. This is a platform after all. Chen Bei followed up and dealt with the zombies. The palm with long nails hit the wooden shield again and again. The wooden shield was already in tatters before. After being hit a few times, it cracked into pieces. Items all have durability, and will be damaged once the durability reaches 0. Chen Bei was stunned for a moment, then quickly adjusted his style of play and launched a strong attack forward. 3 hits. The madman hit the zombie's head 3 times with his hand saw. With each attack, the sharp blade would be embedded in the skull. In the process, the zombie attack also injured Chen Bei, scratching his sleeves and clothes, leaving bloody wounds. The zombie finally fell. Chen Bei cursed secretly. This battle was a bit embarrassing and he lost his chance. When Bai Xiaopeng saw that Chen Bei was injured, he said with a crow's mouth, "Boss, you were scratched by a zombie, will you also turn into a zombie?" Chen Bei ignored the other party, but leaned against the wall, took out the healing medicine, opened the bottle, and poured it into his mouth. There is medicinal liquid inside, and the smell after entering the mouth is simply amazing, that kind of pungent chemical smell. Chen Bei didn't expect that it would taste so bad that he almost spit it out. What a weird smell. It tastes worse than Chinese medicine. With a mask of pain on his face, Chen Bei swallowed it hard, and then drank half a bottle of energy drink to rinse his mouth. His health points increased, he felt much better, his wounds were no longer so painful, and the effect of the medicine was immediate. Zombie attacks also have bleeding effects. Every few seconds, Chen Bei's health will decrease a little. He had no choice but to take out a roll of bandages and wrap them around his arm. The bleeding status has been eliminated, and the current physical status is healthy. You really can't get hurt. The price of getting hurt once is too high. You have to drink medicine and wear bandages. Chen Bei relied on his own financial resources to recover to a relatively good state. Bai Xiaopeng and the other 2 people witnessed this scene and couldn't help but sigh. A boss is a boss, and he has so many things at his disposal. If an ordinary player suffered such a serious injury, he would be close to death. Continue upstairs to the 7th floor. Another person left. In the end, only Bai Xiaopeng was left, and he lived on the 9th floor. When they reached the 8th floor, Chen Bei stopped going up. "Boss, can you give me a ride again? My dormitory is upstairs, please. I picked up 2 materials on the road before, and I can use the materials as travel expenses." Bai Xiaopeng pleaded. Chen Bei stared at the other party with a cold face. If you rely on others for everything, you won't survive long in this game, so just rely on yourself. After Chen Bei finished speaking, he left directly. Little Fatty Bai was left standing there with a look of resentment on his face. He had no choice but to go upstairs alone. In the corridor on the 8th floor, there is a zombie wandering around, sniffing around with its nose, looking for prey. The location of the zombie is right near room 838. It's Chao Qingqing's room. The zombie smelled something and suddenly accelerated towards 838, waving its claws to attack. These claws were like gold and iron, and they scratched the wooden door so loudly that sawdust flew. Chao Qingqing in the room screamed in fright and hurriedly sent a message to Chen Bei for help. "Where have you been? Come back. Zombies are attacking my door." Lucky for Chao Qingqing, Chen Bei just came back. Chen Bei lowered his posture and started sprinting, speeding up day by day. The metal on the sole of the foot rubbed against the ground, causing little sparks to appear. When only 1 meter away from the zombie, Chen Bei jumped up and kicked the zombie hard on the head. The kick also set off sparks, which was very cool. Bang! The zombie's neck was kicked off, his body staggered a few steps, hit the wall, and fell into a coma. Chen Bei landed, rushed up to the zombie's head and continued to output. With 2 clicks, the zombie's head was shot. The corpse slipped and fell, a light flashed from his body, and an item exploded. Chen Bei picked it up and saw that it was a small bottle of rosemary water. The effect is that after spraying on the body, it eliminates the smell and makes it difficult for zombies to find it, which lasts for 5 minutes. Being difficult to detect does not mean being completely invisible. If you are too close to a zombie, you will still be noticed. This stuff is good. Chen Bei immediately put away the perfume. The door on the side opened, and Chao Qingqing stuck her head out. Before, she had only 2 buttons opened on her collar, but now she had 4 buttons opened, and the 2 buttons were about to pop out. "Little brother, I've waited so hard for you, and you're finally back. It's not safe tonight, please let me go into your house and hide. Please. Chao Qingqing made a pitiful gesture, twisting her very handsome body, her chest swaying, and the white flowers dazzling her eyes. Chapter 20 Drawing Talisman on the Door. Chen Bei is naturally not the kind of saint who stays calm and does not eat the fireworks of the world. The problem is that he just came back from fighting all the way. He is dirty and smells like zombies, so he really can't get excited. Don't say it's Chao Qingqing. Even if it were a female school beauty who came over, Chen Bei wouldn't have that thought right now. You can live here peacefully. If another zombie comes to scratch the door, I will definitely come and help you solve it. I can't guarantee anything else. At least I can ensure that you survive until the 4th day, the game is over, and you can escape safely. Chen Bei pushed the other person into the room and closed the door. Chao Qingqing's beauty trap failed, and she stamped her feet with anger and deep resentment. Chen Bei returned to his door and was about to go in. He hesitated and took his hand back. I got the blood refining talisman before, to ward off evil spirits, but I haven't used it yet. If you can draw this kind of talisman on the door, it will be an extra layer of protection. There must be more than one kind of talisman. If this is a large system in the game, it will be more worthy of investment. Chen Bei thought about this and put his finger to his mouth. He struggled in his heart before biting his finger. Then squeeze out the blood and start painting on the door. There are actually not many strokes in the talisman to ward off evil spirits, only 6 strokes in total. Some of these 6 strokes are twisted and some are turned around, which is a bit difficult. Chen Bei had a complete painting method in his mind. As soon as his thoughts came to his mind, his fingers began to move, 1 stroke at a time, just let nature take its course. Every time you draw a successful stroke, the stroke will flash a red light. The first one was a success. The second stroke, success. The third stroke, success. The fourth stroke, failure. Chen Bei's hand moved slightly, and the lines became crooked. It's really a slight difference, 1,000 miles wrong. Puff. The failed talisman emitted a puff of black smoke, and all the bloody lines on the door disappeared. Chen Bei wasted 8 health points in vain. It cannot be said that there is no gain. Drawing failed, gain 1 proficiency point. Proficiency in manufacturing equipment items. Drawing symbols also have a separate proficiency level. Naturally, the higher the better, the less adds up to more. Chen Bei still has 4 bottles of healing medicine available, so he can afford to squander it, otherwise he would really be reluctant to part with his blood. He bit his finger again, squeezed out the blood, and painted on the door. It failed the 2nd time, and it failed again the 3rd time. By the 4th time, as soon as Chen Bei started writing, something special happened. A zombie broke out of the door and wandered to the corridor, raising his head slightly to sniff the smell in the air. You really know how to choose the right time. Chen Bei glanced at him and continued his movements. A floating heart leads to a decrease in sanity numbers. Chen Bei did not stop, but continued to draw the talisman. After all, he had killed so many zombies, so he still had some confidence. Don't be surprised by changes. Ouch, ouch. The zombie quickly noticed Chen Bei's presence and walked towards this side, his pace gradually speeding up. The 3rd stroke, success. The 4th stroke, success. The 5th stroke, success. The 6th stroke. When Chen Bei drew the 6th stroke, the zombie had already rushed forward, only a few meters away. Fingers draw silver hooks with iron to outline the last line. The entire evil-proofing talisman lights up and blooms with red light. Draw successfully, gain 5 proficiency points. Success gives more proficiency. Chen Bei pulled the door handle and stepped into his dormitory. The zombie jumped forward and missed, stopping right in front of Chen Bei's dormitory door. The evil-proof talisman on the door was touched, and the whole thing lit up, with a dazzling red light. Ouch! The zombie made a painful sound and ran away in embarrassment. This evil amulet really works. Chen Bei leaned against the wall in the room, breathed a sigh of relief, and then slumped down. Before entering the game, he was just an ordinary person. The challenges he just experienced made him physically and mentally exhausted, and he needed a good rest. Rest can restore a small amount of health, strength, and sanity, and has many benefits. Chao Qingqing was at the opposite door, saw the scene just now, and sent a message at this time. Little brother, what did you draw on the door just now? Can you draw one on my door too? Chen Bei had already entered a half-asleep and half-awake state and ignored the other party. At the same time, within the player group, most of the players had already hid in the dormitory and had nothing to do, so they just chatted. 20 players' avatars have been hacked. It's just dark, and so many people are dead. No. People were going offline one after another during the day. There are no zombies during the day. If someone goes offline during the day, it means they were killed by humans. We are all humans trapped here, so we shouldn't kill each other, right? Innocent. You get experience points just like killing people, and you can also get equipment, props, and dormitory keys from the opponent. You know so clearly, you must have killed someone, right? Fart. I'm just reminding you. There was a quarrel in the group. 100 people, minus 20 people, is equivalent to 2 days, and 1/5 died. This is not a good sign. While talking, a player suddenly asked for help. I am from room 350, and zombies are about to break through my door. Someone come and save me. I am a virgin, and I don't want to die yet. The group chat that was still arguing just now suddenly became quiet. Whoever it is, come and save me, please. The door is about to be broken down. The door is about to be broken down. Come quickly. Quick. The avatar of this player named this year's 18 has been blackened. Everyone knows what this means. Didn't I say that hiding in the room would be safe? A player speaks. At this time, Brother Fei suddenly spoke and poured cold water on everyone. I'll tell you some bad news. The zombies tonight have become stronger and have the ability to destroy the door. Just wish yourself well. If you don't want to die, you can chat with me privately and join my team. Beauties are preferred. This Brother Fei's level is second only to Chen Bei, and he is now level 4. There is another player named Purple Shadow at the back, level 3. Chen Bei is an outlier. If a normal player can reach level 3 or 4, he is already outstanding. After a short rest, Chen Bei woke up leisurely. It was still dark at this time, and there were still zombie activities outside. Chen Bei felt a lot more energetic, cheered up, got up and started busy. He poured the contents of his backpack onto the bed, sorted them into categories, put some on the bedside table, and left some on the bedside table. Then he opened 2 group chats to see what these guys were talking about. It doesn't matter if you don't look at it, you will be shocked when you look at it. In the management group, we are discussing about releasing zombies. This matter has been mentioned before, and now it has reached the implementation stage. The placement is certain, we are just discussing the quantity and location of placement. In addition, Chen Bei also saw a keyword in the chat conversation. A distinguished guest complained that tonight was too dull and requested that at least 15 level 2 zombies and 3 mutant zombies be released. VIP? Who is the distinguished guest? Chen Bei looked at the chat content, his pupils condensed. You are listening to it in Eugene Light Novels.